Listen. Yeah. Yes, go. Get that out of there.
Da. Listen, I keep on still having this on the panel settings. I always get this wrong just to get it right. It's your boy Matty-Rants. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode, another review, recap, if you will. For those of you who have my Patreon, the reaction I posted last night to the finale of season 17 of RuPaul's Drag Race. I hope you can hear me loud and clear today. I hope you are feeling blessed and not stressed. I hope your life is doing something for you. If it is a little bit gloomy outside, come on over here, have yourself a good old time, because again, we're not here to fight. We're not here to argue. We are not here to be on that level of bill. Today, we're here to have fun. We're here to talk about one of our favorite TV shows and let go of all the mess that's happening around in the world today. So I hope you're doing good. I hope you're feeling great. Again, happy Saturday to you. I'm excited to talk to you today about this episode, and I have a few things to say. You know, I'm happy with the results. I do need to get into that audience was too small for me. Having it on that stage as big as it is, something about it felt different. And I wanted, the room wasn't hype enough for me at moments, to be very honest with you. I found portions of the show were very good and, you know, heartwarming. Some of it was great. The lip sync, I do want to talk about because I have several things to say. One being that Abracadabra shouldn't have been the song. As much as it's the new anthem and it was the return of Gaga Lady, that wasn't the song for both of them. Both of them. I'm going to be real with you. And I was watching it like, huh? One person over here is derobing. Another one lost some steam part way. It's a good song. I don't think it's the song it needed. It just, for me, no. And there are many songs on that album that would have really, I think Perfect Celebrity would have been a better song to have done for a finale, into like going into, you know, Perfect Celebrity. There was a couple of things and I was like, that was me. I was like, It's a good song. I'd rather that have been like an opener for a season versus a finale lip sync song, in my personal opinion. But that's just me, because I don't hate the song at all. The song's a bop. I just, and the way it went down, I was like, okay, so is this about to be based off a track record now? Because I don't know if I'm going to judge it from the lip sync. All tea. Hold on a second here. Did I still enjoy myself? Absolutely. I was glad with the results that took place. But, you know, we'll talk about the lip sync. We'll talk about that today. I know some people want to argue, and that's fine. And you can do what you can do in the live chat. I just appreciate you for being here today and tuning in, regardless of how you felt the finale went for you. Of course, tomorrow is the panel. And, you know, something that happened, I actually lost a subscriber, not from this channel, maybe from this channel, but someone who followed me back on Twitter that was a part of this cast. And I think that last week's panel was the last straw. I think it was the last straw for them. And I'm never going to apologize for my friends, but I will say that when we do the panel, this version that I do for the review is a bit more concise, more constructive in terms of breaking down the episode a little bit more thoroughly. And again, a Libra opinion, always in between, sometimes to the left, sometimes to the right, but trying to find the best way to say that everybody deserves something here. You know what I mean? So please don't take them too seriously. And if it does feel like it's a little bit icky, it may just not be the Sunday show for you. You can always tune in for the Saturday shows and of course the other shows as well. But shout out to Valerie Vision. They came through on this last panel and caused a ruckus. And they have a golden invite for me to come back whenever they have time on Sunday. So shout out to Valerie and to the Visionaires who have subscribed to this channel. Appreciate you for being here. First super chat of the day. Thank you, Nine-Tail Phoenix. She's the broke girl. Finale song should be able to vote at minimum. No more songs are still on the radio. It's more like when they first started the season and Katy Perry was on her, we about to do our comeback, and then it didn't really happen. You know, that's why we got what we got. And so Abracadabra was a very popular song during the time the show was airing. You know what I mean? And like, there was time in between before they filmed the finale. So I get why they chose the song. It's not like it didn't make any sense to me. I just, for what I witnessed, I was like, we could have done something a little bit different, but I still like Abracadabra. It's a great song. But thank you, Nine-Tail Phoenix. Okay. Am I done with my opening statements and I can just get into the get all? A lot of y'all know I'm almost done and we're about to get into the episode. But I had posted something on Twitter and it was a bit personal. And I ended up talking about it in a video the other day of like a very toxic experience that I had went through. And to be fair and to be honest, I was going through that literally during the Lollapalooza episode, and I did that review, and that review did very well. So thank you for tuning into that. But I was in the background going through a lot and dealing with somebody that was really messing with me, and I had to cut ties with that. And of course, the things that were said to me were very low and very hurtful, and I had to take a break from doing videos this week, and I had a lot of plans coming up, but my mind wasn't set to go on live and talk and have a good time. It was like trying to focus on like what I had went through, how it happened, things that needed to be taken care of, but to save myself from what could have possibly been something so negative that could have turned into something very, very, very toxic. I had to cut ties with that. So I appreciate the love and those who watched the video the other day and just listened to my story. It was definitely a story time and I had spilled a lot of tea, but I just want y'all in general thinking about what I just went through. Just pay attention to the people in your life. Make sure that if somebody is making you feel some kind of way, that you're able to convey your point of view and not have it flipped and turned on you, but you just being able to say what you got to say. And the moment you feel like something is turning into a very dark and negative thing, run and do not look back. I got to tell you, please run. Do not look back. Don't let nobody convince you, push you, and try to rush you and make you So it was a little bit of a lot that I went through, and I personally was shaken by the experience. So it took me a little second, but I feel a lot better now. I've gotten to see my friends and spend some time with people who do give all kinds of talks about me. And it's actually their birthday weekend right now. After this video, I'm supposed to go out with them for their birthday today, and we're supposed to do some stuff, and again, just with the people I love the most, and of course spending some time with you has really been very helpful. So God bless you all. Please take care. Let's get with the show. Of course, my links are in the about section of this channel. Make sure you check me out on my other social media spaces and places. I do reactions to these episodes. I'm also covering, well, I covered The White Lotus. I am now covering Black Mirror, the current season, and The Last of Us. I have episode 1 of season 2 for Last of Us up right now. And also, sorry, I can hear my voice shaking, and it's still just bringing up that thing I went through. Just like, Matt, it's over, anxiety over. But also the first episode of season 7 for Black Mirror. I I will be doing a binge watch of Black Mirror so I can be finished with it and of course have the reactions for Patreon. I will be doing a video specifically about the whole season versus individual episodes. I thought that was like, yeah, that makes more sense because I'm going to be able to talk about them quickly. But that first episode is a lot, and I would just protect yourself before you go into it because it's very, very heartbreaking. And I feel like the rest of the season is going to take me on some other level. But yeah, be warned, you know, in reference to this, like be very, very warned that that video, child, I'm telling you, be careful. Okay. It's a lot to take in for Black Mirror. Last of Us was pretty good, but I do feel it's going to be up for Joel and I'm nervous. So we'll see how it goes. But yes, check me out on Patreon and totally get into over there. I'm seeing some comments that are a little bit facetious and rude. I don't care what you think of me. You are tuned in today. So if you want to just relax, Vander, and just pay attention, it is what it is. But I'm talking to my audience that wants to hear from me right now. Thank you so much for being here, baby. I thank you for the view. Everything else is also in the About section. Whatever you want to do, find me over there. As a reminder, because we are going to get into it today and we are talking about some things and not everything is going to be agreed upon for the rest of us. This program is for entertainment purposes only, and content's not intended to malign any religion. Hey, Stanley. Hey, friend. Race, gender, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by myself are just my personal opinions. They do not reflect the opinions of every human on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned in this program, so don't be rude. Grab your libations, strap in. I'm a little bit of a talker, maybe 2 hours a day. Don't post any spoilers in the chat. Don't be a Vander. And if you feel uncomfortable after viewing this program, consume some Mativia and have yourself a good poot. Okay? All of that stuff, all that jazz. If you did want to drop a little bit of love in my jar, it does go a long, long way, and I do appreciate it. It is paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $Matt924, or $MattyRants, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Anything and everything is super appreciated. Trust and believe it is. And I thank you again so much for tuning in today, regardless of how you feel about me. Thanks. Before I even just do this, and go further there, and I see I got some people who are really mad at me that are in this chat today. Shout out to you, faceless folks. Kisses and love. I want to forever be the person that pisses you off, if you will, because you mad at me for some reason. But you here, though. You here. You need to tell me about it. Kiss, kiss. So shout out to everybody else that's on the good stuff. How you doing today? Now, what are your thoughts on the season? Now that we're here, now that it's done, it's finished. Finale wise, I want ones and twos in the chat here today. I love you too, Silver Apples. I see it, but it's also like, okay, and like, bitch, we're talking about a show. Calm down. I'm talking about whatever I want to talk about. Cat, cat. So listen, one, if the season itself was better than the finale. Two, if the finale was the wrap up that you needed and we're good to go. That's what I want to know, because I've been reading some things online that have been very interesting. And there's been a lot of, I already knew that if Anya won, I already knew. I already knew. I already knew. Like, we've already done this before. This is not a new game for what we see online when something like that happens. It's like, oh, here we go. To me, I was happy with the top two, personally, over the season. I'm not trying to drag Samantha or Lexus. I'm not trying to do it, but I just didn't see them competing for the crown, to be very honest with you. I just didn't see it. Like, No shade. Now, the performances that were done on the stage were very good and it was fun. I actually was proud of Sam too because I liked their performance. I was like, okay, cute. But one person was giving Sabrina Carpenter tease at the Grammys, and I was like, oh, this gonna do it. And the other one's live vocals were enough, if anything. It was a vibe. Like we was vibing with it, if you will. I don't know. To me, I just didn't see it happening. And I look over the whole season and I was like, it's not Lexi and it's not gonna be Sam. The finale performances I thought were great. Personally, all four of them. I just mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Oh no, it was definitely a Sabrina at the Grammys performance. And that's not shade. That's just it's perfect because that's Jules in a sense. Like Jules is kind of like this almost a perfect doll, but doesn't take herself too seriously. She's a little bit in on the joke, very ding, very Elwood sort of Latina vibes, very like personable, but not they're non what's the word I'm looking for here? They're not someone who is non-approachable in a sense. Like they're very cutesy ootsy and it's all that kind of stuff. So to me, I was like, that was actually great. Like that was something I'm like, okay, I thought that was wonderful. The roller skates, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was great, but there was a slip up in the beginning. And at one point I was like, all right, this is wonderful. This is great. I don't. She's not gonna go. It's not gonna be top two. I think they already also in their minds had an idea on who they wanted for the top two. If I'm going to be honest, I'm gonna be real with you. I think they already had an idea. I think it was like, yes. Also, for me, I felt the runway portion was one of my favorites. I thought a lot of the girls looked good, to be very honest with you. And I also thought the step down look from Nymphia was oh, 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 lovely. I think with the finale, how I look at it in terms of grading on a scale, if I was, say, RuPaul, and this is my, okay, we're looking at these last queens, and this is what we need to figure out. It's the runway look for your grand eleganza for the finale, 1. 2, the performance that you're about to do that you've worked on, and it's live vocals, so that's important. 3, the Q&A. RuPaul does literally almost the same questions, but sort of sets up a little bit differently. We get into your childhood photo, and we also have the people who love you the most in the audience. So everything kind of matters right there. Then we now have to go into the back because everybody's done their dues. We've done the Miss Congeniality bit. I'm now looking at the road to the finale, plus what happened that day. I mean, they weren't live. Okay, let me explain that, Silver Apples. They said live vocals, but in reality, that was just their vocals, and then they did the lip sync to the song. Like they recorded those vocals. And then they did it versus it being someone else's voice that we've seen before, and then they just lip sync to the song. So that's what RuPaul meant by like, oh, they got live vocals and they recorded it together. It's like, well, yes, but they still lip sync to it. So nobody was really live. So no one cracked a cone. No one did that, right? I mean, I'm happy they lip synced to it, to be honest with you, because I didn't want to hear the girls go out there and screech. I mean, Anya would have been fine. I don't know about the rest of them, just to be very honest with you. There was a lot of talk singing for some. Like I said, I was like, let me get my brain. The ADHD kicked in. We need to look at the whole season. Okay. Now, once we've done what they did for the finale, what their track record or sort of how they performed, moments that were good for what a superstar is going to be or a winner, Now let's put together. So I think it's a very detailed finale as far as how I would grade it. And then I'm going to go forward. So for me, Sam would have been a contender based off of track record alone. I would say they did not win the category for the runway tonight, but they did have an excellent performance. I thought some bits of it were, good here and there, but something was a little, and it feels familiar. So I was like, no, I'm good. Lexi's was great. But to me, when I was watching Lexi during the Q&A, the thing about Lexi that I love is that she's very honest and very real, but I also could still see the nerves a tad bit, which again, you should be. This is the finale, but something about it still felt a little like, Mama, come again. Not now, but bring her back. Because she's good. Bring her back. But not right now. Whereas with Anya, I felt it was there. And with Jules, it was perfection when it came to the Q&A and like everything for those two really sat with me on the scoring scale of yes, okay, I believe it. They should fight for it. Let's go. That's how my mind was. But yes, when I thought about the scoring of it all, I was like, Anya and Jules did a bit better for me tonight. Lexi was close. And Sam also was still like, again, in the competition, but it was like, I see them coming back. I don't see, because Trinity's not going to do this anymore. So Sam is like the perfect replacement. No shade. I'm not saying they're the same person that is their child, but it's like Sam is the perfect replacement for a comeback in terms of it should have been me. Lexi with no Susie in a competition is going to be very interesting to see. We'll do it though. I mean, we all have different opinions because you're saying, Irene, Anya had the weakest performance though to you, baby. And that's fine that you couldn't feel the R&B music. You couldn't feel the jam, the vocals that were presented. That is your business. I'm not going to say you don't have taste and it's not like you don't know what the show is about. That's for you. And that's for Austin. And that's for anybody else that doesn't feel that way. I'm just conveying my opinion on this. And maybe there's someone who agrees with you, just like you two right now, right? But I wasn't impressed with the other ones as much as I was with that one. Okay, because I was like, it's giving car battery is dying and the car alarm is going off tease versus it being like something else that's happened here. No, I'm happy with the winner. However, I myself was like, this was an interesting show for a finale. And I think I was more upset with it being like not a grand audience of people. Like my drag mother, Honey Davenport, was there. And I'm like, I'm glad my mama was up in there. But I'm like, I don't know. It felt like we see the full setup and it's like 2 rows of people and then like 3 of some folks that look like they worked there. You know what I mean? Versus it being folks that came out and were like, you're invited to the show. It was like, we invited someone that we know plus 1 and that's it. And it's in the same place where they filmed. I want it in the theater again. I miss the grandeur of all of the girls from previous seasons coming back, the full audience interaction of it all, the way it was personable. I know that COVID happened, and I know that a lot of new things are going around with the administration. All that's taking place. We haven't even had a DragCon announcement. There's still 200K on the line for these people. I'm not trying to call anybody out, but I'm just sitting here going, you can't be worried about spoilers. They still get them. Someone's still slipping every single time. The applause sounded like there was at least 4,000 people. Ooh, can I be real? I do think that they did. I'm going, uh-oh. Uh-oh, here I go. I think they did a dubbing for the audience claps for some of it, if not the majority of it, if not all of it. I think that the reactions from the queens and people there were real. I do not think that the audience was that. Let's get to the show. Not a fake audience per se, but it definitely gave, oh, there's a lot of people in here. And then you look around and it's like, that's not a lot of people. It's not a lot of people. Well, it's not a lot. It's not, no, afraid not. Again, let's go ahead and get to this. We're going to start with the queens that were eliminated as their grand eleganza looks. I got to say, I was impressed with the majority of them, to be very honest with you. And of course, we'll get into the full performances and do the play-by-play of all of this. So thanks to y'all for being here today. 26 minutes into this, not too bad, not too shabby, Matty. Stephanie, thank you so very much for the love in my jar. I appreciate you, my baby. This very generous tippy poo. Thank you down. Love from Poland. Love out to you in Poland. And shout out to all of my Rant Pack members and audience who are across the globe right now, wherever you're at, whatever time it is. Thank you for tuning in with me today. Again, I hope you're blessed and not stressed and all is good for you. Hold on here. Let me real quick pull up my notes. Okay, here we go. Bam. Sorry, I had to get my notes together. All right. Finale Eleganza, Grand Eleganza. Shout out to my drag mother, Honey Davenport, in the front. Yes, my mama is a bearded queen now. For those of you who have not kept up with my wonderful mommy, they're doing bearded drag now. Honey's on a different path with the visual journey. They got so much going on. Shout out to my mama with her business ventures. I'm so proud of her. But again, I was like, oh, she is. That camera kept coming back. I said, well, there weren't that many people, but I'm like, they had to show. Someone was like, there is no Drag Race alumni. I'm like, they keep panning back to her. You keep missing it. Oh my goodness. I mean, Honey lives in LA. But no, they invited her to come. She posted about it online and everything else. And then my friend did the photo shoot when they were doing the shots for this. Shout out to David. Listen, let's get into the first look, which is Lucky Stars. If you want to vote and give your opinions on this drag from just the numbers before you give, like, say, a statement. 1 is what we say for everything. 2, she's cute. She's cute, meaning I like it, but could be different, but I get where they're going. You're on the line. 3 is a chop. You're chopping it. Welcome to Ballroom Kids. Welcome to the legendary panel. You chopped it. You said, girl, what was she doing here? Move back. Your household didn't do you no favors, okay? You brought shame. No, I'm just kidding. But if you just didn't care for it, do 3. I want to say that Lucky's makeup is incredible. I like the concept and idea behind this. It is very interesting. When it turned around, I was like, no, I'm used to that. I'm used to it, but like, I think it looks very cool. And I like the concept behind it and the idea. I think this would look really amazing in like an editorial shot versus walking runway, but I do like it. To me, it's 1.5, 2, because it's some things where it's like, well, that's just there and that, but it's really cool. It's interesting to look at. And I think that's a lot of Lucky's drag as you look at me, look at the work of art that this is. It's very interesting. That shit look like it's about to fall over, though, on top of her head, no lie. It looked like it's about to go whoop at any second. But it was doing what it was doing. Now, let's talk about Miss Joella. Joella, Flasian diva of Los Angeles, the most bookable queen ever. The girls know me for my opulence. Joella. Listen, you call her You hear me, Drag Race? There are going to be a couple queens for this video that I'm going to say, make that phone call. Please make that phone call in 2 years. Make the phone call. Like, as delusional or whatever the case may be, or self, like, we know what's going on and all that kind of jazz. She's fucking funny. Especially when she's not trying. And she's never trying. So she's always funny. So, like, please bring her back. Bring back the I'm not trying that hard, but she's really trying hard. No, she's not. Bring her back. She's funny. Okay, we can do that again. Maybe if she makes it midway, I'll be here for it. She's funny. Put her on the show where they go skiing and shit. Whatever you got. I'd be here for it. I know she'd do well in a household full of people. I'll tell you that much. She was entertaining for the little time that she was there. I mean, we weren't gagging for any of the lip syncs, but it is what it is. I'm here for it. I will say that this was a mattress dress, and I didn't realize that until she put this up, because I thought it was for a toilet seat cover. I don't know, some of you may be young in here and not know about, the homes in the 80s and the 70s, but if you knew someone, and I feel some of us didn't know that one person who had that house that you would go to, and there was that one bathroom, it was always the guest bathroom, and there was a cover on the toilet seat, and you thought to yourself, what? Because like it's a cushion, but then I think about the bathroom and what happens in the bathroom, especially if there's a bunch of men in the house. The way I used to have to hover, because I was like, I don't know what's on that. My mama would tell me, if you ever go to someone's house and there's a cover like that, Matthew, don't you sit on it. You can put whatever you can put on it, but that's for them. That's not for you. That's for them. Because, shout out to the people who know what I'm talking about. Because yes, there used to be carpet in the bathrooms. Like through where the shower is. Oh, wee. I hate that I'm that old and I know all about that. Oh my God, it's so funny. Like the first house we were in, like when I was like born, it was like that. But then going forward, that wasn't the case. But I do remember going over to like family members and other friends' homes. I'm like, oh, this house was built in the 80s down. and it always smelled like mildew. Didn't it always smell like it was never nice in there. It was always like, oh, okay, so you got a little mold up in here, girl. You must be in. That's why she's got problems. That's why she needs ice and the iron's low. So this gave me toilet seat cover face tease versus the idea of the mattress, but I get she was going for glam. I think it's still one of her best looks. One of her best looks. I almost called her a lumpy space princess. We need to move on. I said space lumps. We got to move on. Best lumps. I can't. Her Mona Lisa. 1 if it's everything, 2 if it's okay, 3 if it's a chop. I think her makeup and her hair, stun. I think the makeup and the hair is fabulous. The outfit, I'm okay on the outfit. I think all of this up here is like, love it. Love this wig. Makeup is fabulous. The dress is supposed to be sadness, I'm assuming, because I don't get rain cloud from this pastel tease, and those are like raindrops. It gives me that you're just doing a pastel version of sadness, and that's the joke, because you did the whole like we crying bit, and I was like, oh, okay, is that what the idea was? I still think the beat in the hair is right. Harry Lewis, I'm sorry, not choppity chop. Pretty like choppity chop. I can't. Oh, what fell? Oh, nothing expensive. Okay, great. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. Appreciate you for being here. If you want to drop me a little love in my jar, it is PayPal.me/MattyRants. Cash App, $Matt924 or $MattyRants, and Venmo, Matty-Rants. I got some super chats that I didn't get to. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Mo to the, it's my Hey, baby. Hey, Rant Pack. The winner felt very correct, but I never need them to talk to their childhood photo again. I'm just happy that they didn't say Lexi's dead name. And I'm glad RuPaul was like, what would you say to them? I'm like, that's right. Thank you. Thank you. And I also was here for them going, we got permission for this photo. I was like, I was like, we appreciate that. Juan Monster. Anya deserved the win, but honestly, Jules won that lip sync. Disagree. But we'll get to it because I'm not going to say Anya won either. But we'll get to my opinion in a minute. But I get it. I was just like, oh, track record counts this season. Fozzie, thank you for the super chat. Overall, I was going to be happy with 3 of the top 4 winning, but I'm so happy for Anya. It was well deserved. Thank you for the super chat, Fozzie. I was very happy for Anya. But I have things I need to have a conversation about when it came to that lip sync. Because if you saw my Patreon reaction, my face went from, and then it was, and then it was like, it was just a lot going on for both of them. And so that we'll get to where my opinions on that were. That's why I didn't want Abracadabra to be the song, because to me, we didn't need that one reveal, but I also needed Anya's outfit to match the song. It didn't for me. But then Jules's outfit, it was so much. And then I did get screen grabs of like points where she's so focused on the stunt, and I'm like, oh my God. But then I'm like, Anya over here looking. I was just like, okay, Matthew. We'll get to my lip sync thoughts. I am going to give both of them words. To me, there was no clear. The water wasn't clear. It didn't run clear for me. If I had been judging the show, I would have had to go back to the season. I'm going to be honest with you. I'd have been like, okay, now let me look at track record again, because clearly I'm not going to be able to like really like cack on this the way I want to. No shade. Love it down. Gemini Twin. How you doing, baby? Miss you, love. Thanks for being here today. We gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep on going. Gaga. We're gonna keep on going. But Harmona Huisha. No shade. I said swole Nikki doll. And then I forgot this is Zach Efron. I forgot all about it. I was like Crystal Envy. But when she first came out and it was a wide shot, I said, damn, Nikki been like in the gym, bitch. What is the tea? Them French weights must have a different feel. And then I was like, oh no, that's Chris. My bad. That's Crystal. That's Crystal. Go ahead. I'm not even trying to be shady. That's not to be shady. From afar, I was like, Nikki been in the gym. And then I was like, oh no, that's Crystal. That's Crystal. Yeah. I think Crystal's face looks really good. I do like this outfit. Something about this part is my issue. But everything, I love all of it. Something about that little, hold on, let me move this out the way. Can you move? Thank you. This right here, this just little piece, and the way it drapes bothers me a tad bit, but that's just my preference. I still think she looks good. I just don't like how that looks right there. I'm like, I just want to hyper focus on it. I'm like, stop. Everything else looks good. Love the titty contour. I think the mug is great. The hair is demure. I thought it was lovely. I'm love a black and white number, so I was kind of here for it. I just love the. Is that Jersey? Is that New Jersey on her arm? Am I just now noticing this tattoo? Is it just me? Has everyone been here but I? Am I forgetting about something? When I saw this part, because Michelle clapped for the Jersey girl, Avi, but I was like, that's not a peep. I know it's Easter Sunday coming up. I mean, the transphobes can't be mad because Trans Awareness Day doesn't fall on Easter this year. But girl, pick and choose. Ask J.K. Rowling's bitch ass. Oops, excuse me. I thought it was a peep for a second, but then I was like, bitch, is that Jersey? Where have I been? I'm telling you, listen, that it must be the misogyneer in me, Big Teal. I don't look at women. I'm kidding. No, that one thread's going to take it super serial. Or the 3 people who are watching this angrily now. But like, I was like, oh, that's cute. My bad. I was like, oh, I missed it. The best she has looked this season. I would still argue her in a human unit is every damn thing. I think her in a human unit is still puss. But this is the best she has looked all season. This is finale. Elegance. Hoo-ha. I was like, hoo-ha. Hoo-ha. F. Carey, thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to Mariah Carey. We belong together. Do you know I have to listen to that song at least once a month? And I think that'd be one of the best lip sync songs ever. Bitch, I'd eat. I would have crowned Liza. Oh, I can't wait to talk about the Liza Minnelli moment because legend. Love I did like the Liza moment. Ashraf Khan, thank you so much for the super chat. Drag Race fans are really annoying. They were okay counting track record when Jinx won, but not for Anya. Wonder why. That's a black hand. And I did have to include the color of the hand. Thank you, Ashraf. I appreciate you. I know a lot of you are going to be excited to hear my radical friend Dooley tomorrow. I just know it. I can't. We'll get there. But I think Acacia looks wonderful. Yeah, in the face. But I still think this is fabulous. I love the color palette. I love the wig. I love the dress. I thought it was fabulous. This is Corey's best look this season. Maybe this is why she on file. This is Corey's best look this season. Down. And you want to know why? Black hair. The dress is gorge. Whoever made this dress, ta. And I don't really care for this color pink, but it looks so good on Corey. That black hair looks so good. Because if that was blonde, it would not be giving. It would be good. It wouldn't be this gives. Mug is done, hair is right, everything. Blonde is not your color. High C orange. It's not your color. Love you down. That black hair be eaten. Ooh, eat. No more blonde. Yeah, it was puss. I was like, oh, okay. They need to call Corey back too. She did, Eric. It's okay. She did. But like, I still think they need to call her for All Stars. They're gonna need to. Corey's doing very well off the show. Shout out to Cameo. But for real, like as far as people you need to call back, call her back. Call her back. She'll be good TV. In a different cast too. Yes, I think several of them are going to do well on different casts, not with each other. Okay, here I go. All right. It's going to be weird. Don't take offense to this. I don't want to see them on an All-Stars with each other. Ooh. I don't want to see nobody on this cast come back again together. Ooh. I like them, and this was fun. I don't want to see them rehashing anything from this season high key on another season. I don't know why. I feel they're going to do really good individually with other folks. I don't know why, but in my spirit, something is telling me don't have 5 of them on one season. Do not do that. Maybe two at the most. Do not put 5 of them hoes on one season because it's going to be a whole lot of what we have already done before. And they've been doing this lately with All Stars and these other seasons. You put a bunch of bitches from the same season on and it's like, this is a reunion now and not a competition with girls from different seasons competing. I like them. I need them with different people. And I want to see them excel and soar around other folks. And you know how it is when when the girls get around new folks with different makeup techniques, everyone's game changes. There have been many queens that came to All Stars who painted their mug differently because of a girl that was there, even on the regular season. So I always feel like put them somewhere where they're like unfamiliar. It's brand new again. Like, don't make it to where it's like, oh, bitch, we've been fought. No. But yes, I think Corey should come back. Don't put Corey on a season with anybody, but maybe one other person from the season, and let Corey interact with other folks from different seasons that are also good personality-wise that can work with this. You know how to balance it out. But I just think she'd do well on different places, different seasons too. Arietti is next. I love this for multiple choice answers. This reminds me of a movie I saw back in the day, a horror movie where like the town was like with cat people and stuff, and I was sort of getting that tease. I also was getting witches for some odd reason in a way. Did anyone else see Carson's face when it came out? I did, and I zoomed. Michelle and Jamal Sims, which we're going to need to have a conversation why the fuck he was there, all tea. But I was sitting there like, he oohed and awed for others, but this one in particular, it was so funny to me. Also, Carson was barely there this season. I was shocked to see him for the finale. What was the purpose? You were barely there this season. Barely. Ross was there more than you. Ross would have made more sense sitting up there. T.S. Madison not on the panel. What is going on? I know Law was only there for a couple episodes, so him not being there made perfect sense for him not to be there. But Jamal, why is Jamal here? I'm only thinking because he choreographed everybody's routine. If he didn't, I'm going to ask again, why are you? What is this global all-stars panel about? We've already done this. They needed a mask for mask girl. They needed a femme girl. They needed a woman. And then they needed basically the OG. There you go. That was the panel this week. I was like, all right. I thought this was fabulous, personally. I enjoyed it to the full bit of what it was. Meow. It was good. Almost 300 people in this live today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button if you could for me, please. Make sure to subscribe within. That was terrible, but it was wonderful in my head. I appreciate you so much for being here today. Make sure you leave a comment on this video about the episode. Look how specific I am. The episode of Drag Race, highs and lows, and your Nestle quick, and your yeses and nos for this finale. And also, please include what you felt about the season as a whole. Like, is it in the bottom ranks for you? Is it in the top? Is it in the middle? I mean, 17 seasons. You got a lot to work with here. So I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for being here. And if you did want to drop a little bit of love in my jar, if you feel like I'm hosting with the most today, bringing you a little bit of entertainment, PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $Matt924 or $MattyRants, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Yay. Thanks for being here today. For those who love me and to those who hate me, kissy poo. Lydia Butthole Collins. I thought Lydia looked nice. I was surprised. Michael, it's in my top 15, bitch. Oh, that's funny. That's my favorite answer so far. It's in my top 15, girl. What are your bottom two? Now I need to know what your least favorite 2 seasons are. Please and thank you. Oh, Lord. In my mind, being a little messy, I was like, girl, not you went to All Stars and they made you change your aesthetic. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We don't know if she's on All Stars. We don't know that. We do not. Why would they call her back for the next season immediately? That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Have they done that before? The girl didn't even sit down. Who would do that? I think she looked clean. And that, I mean that in a good way. I don't mean that in a shady way at all. I mean that in a very good, like, she looks very clean, very presentable, pageantry wise. She would be very presentable. It'd be like, just a gag. That would be such a jam to see Isaiah. There go my drag mother, Honey Davenport. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm in her music video. We've been dancing and prancing and singing all this holiday cheer. Yeah, that was me on my knees. That's bad. Not that I can present it like that. That was me on my knees. Say that to the parents. I can't. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, she painted her mug down. Lana, I'm going to be real with you. They gave too many wide shots for me. I need them to give me all the close-ups in the world because I kind of lived and breathed for this outfit. Just so we're clear. I lived and breathed for the sleep number. I did. I lived. Her makeup was fantastic. Yeah, this was puss. All of it. Everything about this. Loved it. Yeah, this was the best shot I could get of it, where it was coming down the stage and you could still get like the idea of the front view. Like that, the color scheme. Oh, the colors. That pink and that blue that gives this purple, like it's almost lavender-ish. It was great. Scrumptious. Loved it. Lived it. Down. That was everything about it. Oh. She was prepared for top 4 just from this look. Call her back. You call Suzanne right on back. You call that lady right back. You get her back on this show right now. Periwinkle. Thank you, Ivy. You call her back now. You call her back right now. She said Little Shop of Horrors. Okay, bet. Little Shop of Horrors. Sure. Also, I got to give Susie credit, but also whoever created and designed this and put the work into it, because the arms are so well done. The arms look so good because it is confusing. I can tell her arms are actually in the puppets for the feed me's. I totally see that. But however these prosthetics were done, the work here, it looks really clean, very good. But it made me double take a few. Like I had to look up, like, best look. I don't. Can I say that? Because I'd like some looks from Susie, but this may be. Yeah, I'm going to say favorite look she's done. Yep. Call her back. Call her back. Call her back. Call her back. Need to call her back, girl. Go ahead. I almost wish she had scissors in the hand. I almost wish she had scissors in the hand. And then she said, scissors, right there in the front, just to like throw that back at them for the snatch game. I almost wish she was holding scissors in those hands. I almost wish. And then RuPaul would have asked her, where'd you get those scissors from? Oh, Lydia, of course. That'd have been fun. Her makeup is fabulous too. I do. I was a big fan of Suzanne. Thank you, Grammar Police. In my mind, I wanted to say Piranha Plant, and I got on a roll, and you brought me back. Thank you, my friend. I do see one of my favorite Smash Brothers characters, and I don't care what anybody says. I love to play Piranha Plant. Love Piranha Plant. That ball is disgusting in Smash Brothers. And do not let me get a full charge up sitting right there. I'm just gonna lean a little forward and then boom, boom, get him right on the edge of the stage. Oh my goodness. I need to start playing Smash Brothers again, especially because the Switch 2 is coming out. I wonder if it's gonna get a graphics upgrade. I wonder. Let's get to the top 4. Jules. This will go down as one of my favorite looks to ever grace Drag Race in the history of Drag Race. I know you're an Ariana Grande fan. Right? Okay, cool. But to me, you're still forever my Selena S. Grande. Okay, I'm talking about Selena because I'm dreaming along with Ariana Grande. Okay, so that's you just gonna be that for me. You are Jules, Selena S. Grande. Sparkles forever. This is Puss. It is polished. It is so many things. Some of y'all saying quinceañera. I can see that from, because if you've seen a quinceañera dress, it's going to be that volume. That dress is going to be ballroom gown. I ain't never seen a quinceañera dress be some sort of slim number ever. Nothing fitted. It is a ball gown. Sweet 16, bitch, it's 15, honey. We about to show up. Okay, quinceañera. But I also can see Glinda, the Good Witch. I can also see Ariana Grande at the Grammys, I believe it was the Academy Awards, where she had that beautiful big gown number. It's multiple choice answers for me. I see the Tiffany, Audrey Hepburn, see that down too. It's a lot of multiple choice of beautiful things. And the color is perfect. The color is perfect. Glinda, the Good Witch, I see y'all. It's a lot in one. It's all perfect. She also presented it very well. I love the hair. I think the hair is done well. Makeup is perfect. Accessories are right. You don't need a dangly necklace because you already have this around the neck. It's giving the bow tease. It's that. I'm a pink guy, so I love pink. I love it when pink's done perfectly, and this was done perfectly. This was wonderful. 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 Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. For me, this was the best look of the night. Anya's is like my second or third favorite, I think. But like this, I was like, oh, they would have stood. You know what I'm saying? This was like a pageant. Contestant number 7, Jules Spark. Oh, they'd have stood. They'd have stood up. Like, oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Now that is a gown. That's a beautiful ball gown. Beautiful. Thank you. And the waist. You listen, not to say that, oh, you need to be skinny to be cute, but the waist and how it is, the silhouette. Look at that is what it's giving. Woo, gorgeous. Gorgine. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yes, ma'am. Live in the fantasy. Lexi was a Victoria's Secret model. 1, if it's everything. 2, if it's okay. 3, if it's a chop. Let me know in the chat. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. It's her style of drag. And this is what she wanted to give. And so I think it looks good on her. I wouldn't have wanted her to wear this for the finale, but I like this. Do you see how I'm being fair here? Like, I think it looks great for her and she looks good. This wouldn't have been for the finale. But she still looked good. She still looked good. I just was like, oh, you look good. Not for this. I kind of wish she had, okay, that sheer gown number she did before, and she kept the wings. Like, she wanted to do the wings, that's fine, but she just did like almost a sheer gown with all of the accoutrements if she wanted to, versus not just body, which again, body's great. We're not saying it's not. It's just, I needed something to give ethereal and grandeur. And this gives sexy and hot. And I wanted, because it's grand eleganza, grandeur, eleganza. It's just how I feel, you know, for me. It's just, it's nice for her. But... Mm-hmm. On Your Nerve is next. Ooh. The colors are perfect. The headpiece is perfection. The dress is gorgeous. Ada, ada, ada. She looks absolutely impeccable. Before I get to Sam, impeccable. Beautiful, if you will. African queen. Oh, yeah. I was down. I was like, oh. Oh, fabulous. And I love that we chose these colors. Love we chose these colors. I said, yeah, give me warmth. Give me all kinds of the rich earth tones. Give me. Suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Thank you for the super chat. Heading out to see Sinners. Glad on your one. Stay beautiful, Maddie and Rant Pack. I hope you enjoy Sinners. I heard it was really good. I got a lot of people have been telling me I need to go see it. You need to go see it, please. Like, go see it. You shouldn't be. This is fabulous. Liam, are you in this chat, Liam? Are you still here, my friend? Need to make sure one of my moderators is here. Noticing a trend alert. Now let's get into Sam's look. Okay. Yeah, we getting some. I'm pay a little attention. I'm starting to notice a little something. Sam's read more Texas than Alabama to me. Matt, how can you speak? Because my family's from Alabama. I lived in Alabama. I born and raised in Texas. I currently live in Texas. I'm very Southern. This was Texas versus what I got. I know she was trying to get country, but like I got more. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Alyssa could wear this down. Down. Alyssa could wear this down. She still look good. She look good. I think she looks very nice. But this ain't tech. That's all I got in my head. I was like, this Texas. This is very Texas versus Alabama. It's giving me oil is where the money is at. That's where it is. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I took it for Sam's was, you know, okay. Yeah, it was nice, but I was like, I don't know. I'm saying this don't give me what I was expecting though, but she's still pretty. Still pretty. Auntie Joyce. Whew, all right, the time has come to put no, wrong song, Matthew. It's what was it? Good luck and don't fuck it up. No, good luck and don't good. Oh no, Maddie, I'm from DC. What do you think she should have done to have make it more Alabama? Probably a dress that was made out of "Don't Tread on Me." Maybe Rachel Tension's dress from Tu Wong Fu. If I'm going to be honest with you, to make it more Alabama. Yeah. If I'm going to be real, especially my experience living out there, I definitely would have been like, that would have made a lot of sense. The American flag alone. What else would be really on it? Whatever the state flower is, That I think it's cotton. No, I'm just kidding. Ooh, like now I gotta look. Now I gotta look. I don't remember. Alabama State flower. It's not cotton. It's not. Isn't that a camellia? That would have been something. Because I'm gonna tell you, for someone to ask me what I would have done as Pisa for this, my dress would have been basically resembling a blue bonnet, because I'm from Texas. I think blue bonnets are gorgeous. No one's done the look before, and so my dress would be very, very gown ballroom extravaganza tees or whatever. But it would be blue bonnets throughout the dress, and the color scheme would be that. It would be where my mind is going. Like, no one else is gonna do this, so let me. That would be where if I'm doing it, and I think anybody else here would want the same. It's like, yeah, you want to like go off of silhouettes that you like and that you love, but you also don't want it to be, well, that looks just like what's her name's dress, and that looks just like this, and da 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 da. You want the girls to be like, okay, no, I know that gown, and I know that's hers, and it's that. We can be, we can be inspired by it, but sometimes I feel like it's a few copy and paste moments here. But overall, I enjoyed the runway for at least the eleganza looks. I think that the majority of the queens did a very good job, so I was here for it. But to RuPaul, listen, I want to be in my 60s, still moving like this, dancing and cutting up. Not everybody is a spry individual here, but RuPaul went out there and did her shimmy and shake that she always do, and I was here for it. She even gave us a light hand performance before she put that down. Mama had that rule, said, yeah, choreography. Now she did one of these, head turn. That, and then we're back to it again. One back. That's what we do. That's what she do, and I'm fine with it. You knew she was feeling her shit when she had the tongue lick. I was like, all right. How many times have she worn this wig this season? Listen, we gonna see that. Hey, Samaj, I'm gonna talk to you like this, baby. This wig on Ru and the one that Sam wore for their talent. I mean, not the talent, but for the finale performance. There's a couple where I'm like, oh God, this same hair. I also think this is cool because she said this is like an outfit that Liza Minnelli wore. So I think that's great, and it plays into the episode. But I also was thinking, Ru, you could have changed. No shade. You could have changed. It's designer work. You could have changed. You could have changed. Ooh, could have changed. Possibly. Maybe. Here. Let me take a look at the poll that's happening right now, because I totally did put up a poll for this episode. Right now, thoughts on the finale. Whoa, we got 366 votes so far. That's for people who stopped on by, those of you who voted, those of you who loaded up multiple counts that wanted to make sure your voice was heard. But 73% of you said the winner was correct. 11% of you said I have questions. 7% of you overall, I enjoyed this season. And 8% of you said get me to All Stars 10. As a reminder, I will be covering All Stars 10 each and every Saturday once it starts, which is May 9th, that Friday. That means May 10th will be the first review. And make sure you join me on Saturdays, as I'll be breaking down each and every episode with you. And of course, the panel on Sundays, where we roast, rate, review, rant, rag, tag, bag, whatever you want to call it, on Sunday. So thanks again for tuning in today. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. 322 plus of you here. Thanks for tuning in today. If you did want to drop me a little bit of love in my jar, super chats are available. Or if you want to do it direct, PayPal.me/MattyRants. Cash up sign Matt924, Venmo MattyRants, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Thank you for being here. Those with love, those who are not about that and are on some other stuff, and everybody else that just feels like they're in between, whatever you want to be. I'm here for the Benita gig again. No, I'm just kidding. I thought RuPaul did a good job. This pose at the end was wild. I was like, okay. But I did enjoy the performance. Shout out to Ru. Again, not everybody can get up and do this and pump through on their own show platform and push. So she lets us know that the performances will be live vocals that are already pre-recorded. Our panel is Michelle Visage, Carson Kressley, and Jamal Sims. Michelle is the only correct person that was there. Carson, you were barely there this season, in my personal opinion. Jamal, I don't know why you were there unless, again, you choreographed every single routine that is on the stage. It's not like you're going to give critiques again, remember? You can't say that one person like got the choreography quickly and the other one didn't. And that's why it was bad that week, even though they did the choreography correctly. We can't have that moment again. So why? I was just confused. I was like, oh, okay. Whatever. I mean, whatever. It don't matter. He's just sitting there, Matt. It's not like his input today is going to be the reason why A, B, C, D, E, F, G happens. But still, I rise. Up first is Jules Sparkles, and we do have a sort of rewind over everyone's season with this. I want the crown. I want it bad. Ooh, all that kind of good stuff, right? I will say this when it comes to Jules. There are two looks in particular that were shown in the showcase that I still think about to this day that I loved from her so much. And her makeup is severe. Okay. It's the fish look. The Cecila, oh, this stunning. Doja Cat would wear this down. Stunning. Fabulous. Gorgeous. Wonderful. This. But my favorite look for forever and ever and ever. This one right here. This one right here. It still fits. It still chews. It still eats. It's still nummy. Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. It's still that girl. This look is so fucking severe. The black and white one was everything too. But this is, I think, yeah, this, honey, I feel like she's about to be a summon. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like in a Final Fantasy game, she's about to pop on out and just do, okay? Like she's about to give some sort of anything, a buff, if you, debuffs for the other crew and buffs for your crew, right? It's giving like Cyrene. I love it. Nah. Yeah. Nah. Yes. Nah. Nah. She didn't have them contact lenses in that day. To Jules Sparkle's performance, this was ootsy cootsy in my personal opinion, and it was very much a good presentation of Jules's character and performance style. This also, for me, felt like I was watching Sabrina Carpenter at the Grammys doing her full bit. Okay. For those of you who watch the Grammys, you know exactly what I'm talking about. In Sabrina Carpenter's full performance, when it was playful, she's singing, but there's also like humor happening. There's like things going wrong in the background. It's like, what's going on? But also very much like, okay, you know what I mean? And it was still good. I'm not going, well, she just knocked off Sabrina, but I immediately was like, oh, okay, this is the Carpenter effect. Bet. It is her age group. It's full on her generation. Down. And it worked out very good. It worked out very well in her favor. I need to know who this dancer is. But yeah, I thought Jules was great. I thought the fall too at the end was perfect. The reveals were timed very well done. The energy was up. I fully enjoyed the presentation of her performance. And to me, I was like, okay. You are lucky I didn't zoom in and I forgot to zoom in on this picture, Jules. You are very lucky. the panel will not be the same for you tomorrow. Ask yourself how long I was at this part trying to get the shot. Like, literally, ask yourself, Matty, how long were you sitting there, girl? I had to rewind this part so many times. I had to rewind this part so many times. I really did. It just was such a key for me, but I thought it was very well done. And it was a wonderful performance. For me, it was one of the best of the night. I was here for the comedy effect. Comedy and performance. Ding. So we go through the Q&A, of course, and, you know, RuPaul asked a couple of questions, just want some information here and there. What do you about 5 years from now? What do you think, Jules? And Jules is like, I want your job. Uh-oh, okay, good answer. But also we get into baby pictures and sort of what we would say to ourselves, and it was a beautiful speech, to be honest with you. I think my favorite part was seeing the parents in the audience. Like, I'm here for friends and family and all that jazz, and I'm here for chosen family. It is something about seeing the like Papi and Mommy in the audience, like fully supporting their child, fully emotional in this moment. Baby dad still ready to go and drag one more again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was very, very heartwarming, and it brought us all in. I said, Jules is locked for the finale and just the Q&A. Locked in, because it was a perfectly done, well positioned. We asked questions, we do this, that, and the other. And then when Jules was asked the question about, like, what would the crown mean to you? It was not only an answer about something selfishly, I want this because of me, but it also brought up what is currently happening around us now in our political climate with immigration, this, that, and the other. And I said, ooh, I sat on that couch. I said, ooh, yep, top two. Get it on up there. That was a great answer. It was very well said, very well done. I said, "Ooh, get up there." So I said, "All right, that's going to be a high score to beat for anybody else that's going forward." You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "All right, okay." Some of us found out that our sister was indigenous or had some indigenous blood in her when I saw the outfit. And then I remembered someone brought this up earlier in the season that Lexi was mixed. I was like, okay, I remember now. Because when I first saw the look, I was like, and then I had to go into my brain. I was like, someone told me she got background with the indigenous. I said, okay, we back in again. And that's where her share bit comes in. What First Nation is like, I do not know, sweetheart. I would need to look it up too. But today was the day I found out. I said, oh, okay. We definitely know. I still like Lexi this season. I enjoyed her run. I relate to her on so many levels. It's not even funny. Again, somebody who I want to like have dinner with, just sit, chill, do whatever with. Lexi's that kind of girl. And I definitely want to see her back on the television screen again. I want to see her on my TV screen again. We've got to see her again. She's good. She's good for the gander. But, you know, we also went down the messy side of the show with her. We saw her, I'm not trying to say crashing out, but like in a sense, yes, we saw the gaslighting from others to her. We saw levels of emotion from Lexi. And not a lot of people do that on this show, being afraid of what they'll look like and how the audience will perceive them. I found somebody like Lexi to be refreshing because she walked in and said, you just gonna get what you get. Whether I'm in a bad day, a good day, a wonderful day, whatever, insecurities and all on display. And a lot of people act like their lives are together or judge other people based off of whatever and whatnot. But like some people are sharers. Some people are folks that want to like let people in on what their story is and maybe be heard. Like, and again, there's nothing wrong with that. I know some people up in here earlier in the video were just bringing up like me doing that, right, as a negative, but a lot of people like to hear me share my stories and tell you what happened with me, trauma dump and all, you know what I mean? And that's the blessing and beauty of having different opinions in this world. Like there are people who are evil and there are people who are good. Isn't that right? But for real though, I like Lexi. I was like, I don't know about this finale. We'll see with the performance and everything with the Q&A, but we'll get there. I thought this was the best roller skating performance that we've gotten on the stage before. I enjoyed a lot of Lexi's runways too, regardless of what the fans felt or the panel felt. I was on her side for most of it. I thought this was very cool. I knew the Cher reference from the Cleopatra wig and the way this was brought out with this look. I was like, okay, I know where we're going. I know exactly what this is supposed to give. The look is supposed to be a Bob Mackie-ish look that comes out of it. I was like, okay, bet. Now, she had her hand out for a good damn minute. You may not agree, but I want you to go back and watch the scene of her getting dragged for a second. And I don't know if that was supposed to just be choreographed into the routine. It looked awkward. Like she's dragged halfway down the stage. This man is chasing, and I'm thinking to myself, girl, if you don't grab this immediately, so we can. I just was like, I wish her hand was not the whole time. I just wish her hand wasn't out the whole time for that part. If it was down and then pulled up, we're there. But like, no. And I said, okay. It's still, I thought was a cool performance. She was moving in them skates. I loved all the stunts and the routine that was done. I thought it was really cool. The song was good too, in my opinion. And I did enjoy the performance. So I was here for it. When we got to Q&A, I still see, again, we get Lexi. I love Lexi down, but I felt the same nerves that she had during the season still like sitting in her a little bit up here, just a tad bit, to the point to where not every answer was as solid as I wanted it to be when I'm thinking of like the last Q&A prior to us getting to the finale. I do think, and I am proud and happy that the show did not, what's the word I'm looking for here? I'm glad the show did not use their dead name. I'm glad that they didn't just post it up there and it was like a shocker. There was, we got permission to do this. Would you like to say something to them, the child that was you, versus it being like, so your name was da 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 da. There is an overlay and someone's microphone was picked up. Watch it again because I recorded this and Matt, I should have just grabbed it with the subtitle. When Lexi's picture came up, someone goes, oh, there's Sam. Did anyone else hear that? If you did not, go to my Patreon, listen to it again, because I mentioned it, and then watch the episode and turn up the volume or put your subtitles on. Someone said that, and I'm thinking that that wasn't their name. That wasn't their name, because I remember when they pulled up their card or whatever, remember when they were talking about Angela. I know I wasn't fucking crazy. But then I remember when we were talking about what Lexi used to do for a living and what the life they used to live. And I was like, they already been said their name and they've already done all that in all the full bit of it. So I was like, maybe somebody thought that was Sam's picture as a child coming up. And someone's like, oh, there's Sam. But like, that wasn't to drag Lexi. That was simply, I caught that. Maybe it was an overlay issue with dubbing and it was supposed to be for Sam's part. And that's when the mom or the daughter or sister was like, I think that may have been what it was. But go back and watch it because it's you'll hear it when Lexi's part goes, oh, there's Sam. And I was like, huh? I think it was sloppy editing versus someone thinking that was Sam because Lexi's up there and it's quite obvious. But it was just, I heard that during Lexi's part before she spoke, and I was like, what? I was like, what? Because they already dub in a lot of the applauses. No shade. There wasn't that many people to give that much of a round of applause for this show. There was like fucking 3 rows of people and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when we're watching the show back and they do the wide shots, we can see all the queens that were eliminated in like literally sitting right there because they're right in front of the judges panel. But I did like Lexi's conversation to themselves as a child, but I also was here for their chosen family, drag family, and all of that. And I this was very like a touching and real moment. I hope Ru and the rest of everybody received it because you could see the emotion and the love coming from these two for Lexi. I was here for it personally. Again, this is why I like me some Lexi, and I felt she was real. I finally saw the commercial. I do reactions and I record the episode. So I just, zoom through the commercial. I always see the one with Saphira and Tsunami. I'm trying to make sure they get their cointadas if that even worked that way. But this commercial was wild. This commercial, And then I was like, what is this? And as I sat there, I was like, what is this? And then they go, let's go to Starbucks. Oh, okay. Got it. It's such a weird commercial. Roxy's at the sewing machine and they're like, bitch, I can't do this. Bitch, I can't do that. Girl, when I'm there, I'm standing up now. Look at me stand up. And here comes some queen. Hey, girl. Yeah, so like, we need to like move. Okay, let's just go to Starbucks then and get a brew. What? I was like, oh, hokey. I don't know. Was that this could have been such a much better occasion, even for Starbucks. But yeah. This is why I zoom through the commercials, y'all, because if you watch it on MTV, you already know what I'm talking about. It's going to be Monet singing about sexual health, get up and get down. And then like all of a sudden Teen Mom, but everybody's in their 40s. Then it's a challenge and it's like a repeat of this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden Love and Hip Hop, you done this, that. And then all of a sudden Tammy Roman show, now, you done lost your mind. Now, what? The carrot down. Like that's literally it. Then all of a sudden that one commercial, look how, because here I come. We go It's so sad. I know that song is associated with that commercial. And every time I hear the song now, it's we go we go with the marching drum, here I come. Oh no, I watched Tammy's show now. Let's not get it twisted. Unlike Evelyn, Tammy can walk out on her own and have a show that lasts. Yeah. You walked away from that show, Tammy, and you've been working since then. Applause to my Houston sister. Well, she lived in LA, but she lives in Houston now. And then same thing I feel is gonna happen with Garcelle. Y'all thought that was cute. Oh, she leaving. Girl, she did it. She already did her dues. Mama is set. She's producing and directing every. Please stop. Like, they're good. They're good. F. Gary, money. Take control of your body. Oh, of your body. Oh, take control of your body. STI rates are high. Yeah, like it's that. It's true, but like, get up and get down. I mean, just like, Jesus. Garcelle was in the MCU. She good, right, Turtle? Like, that's why when I listen to people online talk about, oh, this thing needs it. No, Erica Jane needs the show. Erica needs the show. Dorit needs the show, especially now. Okay, foreclosure and all. Oh, she need the show. Kyle ain't got shit going on. She is bored. She need the show. Sutton needs to make sure that she gets enough calcium, so she got to be on the show. But there's other people. Like, you don't got to be there. Jennifer Tilly, keep her, though. I love Jennifer Tilly. Chucky money's for snacks. I'm like, she's rich. Let's talk about Anya. You could love Erica Jane, but just know she needs the show. With her talking about anybody after everything that happened with her, no, girl, you need stable checks now. Let's not do it. She needs them stable checks because they're not coming in like they used to with this rented property, and she wants to read the girls. Okay, let me stop talking because I'm poorer than all of them. But back to Anya. Y'all got me talking about Housewives of Beverly Hills. Jam. Okay. Anya to me gave one of the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. I said, all right. Not my favorite look for this little 1-2, but y'all, we get to this number. I said, okay. All right. For me, I enjoyed her performance. And I liked it a lot because relatable, 1. 2, the song was a bop. I could just dance to it. It's my kind of music. I'm here for it. Certain songs don't really hit. That's why some things are number 1 in the R&B charts and they're not in the pop charts. They may play on certain stations. But like, that was for the people who don't get it. I'm like, But mama was moving. And she is shaped. Her pads were, my God. I said, oh, this shape. Come on, ship show. Ship a shoe. Singing. Vocals were on, the live vocals part. Maybe that was one of the reasons why they wanted to make sure we knew about live vocals. Her vocals were great. The song was a bop. I enjoyed the physical performance here. It was very much like we can all dance to this. If you just watch this back and forth, nothing was too hard. Everybody can do it. She's not a dancer. She's not a bucking queen. And that's it. She mowed the fuck out of this. She did her song perfectly. She is definitely not a bucker, but she's a vibe. Ooh. She's a vibe. And we was bopping with it. I said, I liked it. And I enjoyed myself. I like this hair too, to be honest with you. She's a 2-step diva. And we know them 2-step divas. They get up for the line dancing part. They cannot dance in any song that comes up. But if a line dance come up and you know those people, they are up and whoa, whoa. That's who Anya gives for me. Like, she's not going to be out there just doing and booing it to any song. But if one of them, all right, get up now, y'all. I'm going to see her up there possibly doing something. That is Anya to me. And I know people that are like that. So there you go. Thought the makeup looked good. Thought she looked good today. I thought the Q&A was great. You cannot deny the fact that RuPaul loves Anya Nerve. Lives for Anya. Talk about, it's that walk that you do. When you get up here, you nonchalantly do. And instead of Anya going, yes, mother, she goes, I'm just going to do it right here in front of you now and get this audience going. And again, the nerve. The charisma, the nerve. All right. Mama can sing. That's talent. I was like, what about uniqueness, Matt? I mean, compared to everybody in the cast in the background where their work life was coming from, what they do for a living, yes, she would be considered unique. The charisma is there. I believe that's the CUNT. I'm just saying. Oh yes, I actually thank you for re-asking this. I'm sorry, I got caught up in the talk. I did talk about it being on a regular stage and how I did not like that. I wanted to go back to it being in a theater again, where it feels like there's actually an audience of people watching this. There's multiple reactions from the folks that are there. It feels a little bit more higher stakes. if you will. Not to say this isn't high stakes, but it's like you're on the same stage again. And like there's only 3 rows of people in the front and maybe 3 over here, and it's more of a stadium seat, and that's it. It doesn't give grand, and it doesn't give ball, it doesn't give pageantry as much as I want it to. It gives me production versus pageantry produced. Does that make sense? So like the old shows where it was in the ballroom, that gave me pageantry. Like we had to rent out a nice stage. We had to practice here because it's new. Everyone's doing this new. Like no one's familiar here. And now you got to present yourself in front of a different kind of, it almost sets them up for where they're going to perform later on different stages in different places in theaters across the country and across the globe to me. But I'm with you on that statement. And we definitely have talked about it before, but I'm more than happy to reiterate by all means. But yes, I liked Anya's Q&A. I thought it was really good. I got emotional. I did cry when she was talking to her younger self. I felt every bit of that speech. I was with it. Seeing her parents so proud in the audience. As a Black young man myself, seeing both the mother and father sitting in this audience proud of their child, not a hint of tinge of cringe, of not a lick of it coming out of that body. I was over here emotional, and she looked just like her mother. She looked just like her mama. Anya get her looks from her mother. The way when she was like, I said, oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, there it is. That's it. Because she already know that's me. My son is me on that stage. My heart was so full because that's how a lot of my drag would be emulated from my mother in the 80s, all that. So that's why I was like, yeah, like that. I needed all of it. I was like, oh, put her the top 2 right now. Hurry up, hurry it up, hurry it up. This part, it was wonderful. And I think this was my favorite part again, was I like that the families were there, chosen families and all. I like the families were there, but it's the answers every one of them gave were good. Sometimes we've seen them on the show and Ru will ask something and it seems like really, okay, quick. And you're not like, oh, we don't get the full like perspective here. I think everyone that talked on behalf of their, family members, chosen family that were on stage, they gave them enough time. Everyone was able to convey something very well. And I think this season, in terms of like the makeover challenge and this, they've done a very good job of that. I will give production that much. They've done a very good job, thank you, Shishi, of making it very sincere with the approach in these moments versus in the previous seasons where I have felt like, okay, girl, wrap this up. Y'all are just trying to make us cry and be sad. And also like provoke emotions or also feel very like it's not going anywhere. Did not care for Sam's outfit for this bit. But again, Sam is a professional and a pageantry girl, and her performance definitely showcased that to the T. Sam didn't stop smiling through the full show. That's pageant. That face was the entire, not one, except for like the shut up, y'all. Like that's it. That face was on pageant, smile, period. When she came out the first frock and went into this frock, I was like, chop, please take this off quickly. And I'm glad she did. I was not prepared for the red carpet though. And I was like, oh, that was cute. And then walking on the carpet for the red carpet bit was puss. I hate this segregation wig with everything in my spirit. I hate this. We got 2 different drinking fountains in the school wig. I hate this. Miss Minnie's coming to work for me today wig. I hate it. I've seen it so much, but the performance itself was still very, 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 very good in my opinion. I was glad when the red outfit came off and we got to the gold though. When we got to gold, we were good. I was like, all right. All right. I'm happy. As a full show, she did that. She really did. My family is from Birmingham and Huntsville. And I know they were loud because one of my people who I used to work with, Jamie, I was watching her Facebook post when I was doing my getting my editing the review. I was seeing, of course, Birmingham was up for Sam, as they were for Trinity, as they should be. Because isn't she out of Leeds, Alabama? She's out of Leeds, right? If I'm correct. I think I'm right. That's in Birmingham. It's a little out, it's like a little sub area of Birmingham, if I'm correct. Because I stayed in Homewood for a second, and then I stayed over at another area, and then I stayed because I worked in Mountain Brook. See, if you're from Birmingham, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, like oh yeah, you trust me. I remember, but no, yeah, Sam did a pretty good job, and for again, this whole performance, very well done, pageantry wise. I'm like, yeah, Sam would have got high scores that day. Tuscaloosa. It's so funny. I literally got into a car accident right outside the University of Alabama when I was going through to Birmingham. I fell asleep at the wheel of my car and ran into the divider in the freeway and completely ripped off the front of my Honda Accord. Okay, was in a ditch and woke up. Whole car's front of it's missing. My feet are literally touching the grass. Okay, and I'll never forget the pickup truck guy came out from the other side of the freeway and was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "You hurt?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "I'm shocked. I saw the whole thing." The man was like, "You literally 75, 80 miles an hour went bam right into it." I'll never forget it. And it was Thanksgiving, because it was after my mommy had passed, and I went to go see my brother because I stayed with him in Birmingham before I got my own place. And I went out there, and I remember I did an 8-hour shift 10-hour shift at work because I worked 4 days. And I immediately got on the road from Houston to drive to Birmingham like an idiot. I got right there. I was right there. I was literally 45 minutes away from Birmingham. I'll never forget it. I could see this. I remember the last thing I saw was a sign, and then whoop, and then woke up in the ditch. That Honda Accord was totaled. Oh, and I like that car too. It was my second manual stick shift car because I had a Mustang Cobra when I was in high school for a little bit. That was a stick shift. I couldn't drive that car for shit. It was too much turbo. But that little Honda Accord, oh babe, I used to love that. Mm-hmm. Oh, I definitely thank God I'm still alive after that because everybody was freaking out. Like I'm sitting at the Thanksgiving table telling the story. They're like, "What?" My brother saw the car when he came and picked me up. He was like, "Matthew." No, I'm so sorry. That's like the first time that's ever happened to me, but it's definitely a lesson learned that if you are tired, do not travel on the road. Just take a break, go to bed. I love that Honda Accord Large Coke. That's one of the best cars I've ever driven. Hondas are great in general. So if you have a Honda, shout out to you because those cars are very good on gas. Bitch, I used to love filling that thing up. I'd be all over Houston. Yeah, Sam's part was really good. I was like, where is this not playing? I enjoyed what they had to say. Mom and daughter, I mean, Sam's sister was ready to go. Do you hear me? He's just trying to be mean. I was like, oh, they argue in playful banter often. That all I got. I thought that was so cute. I was like, okay, Mama was ready. Feels like we've done this before. And all that good stuff. So I was here for it. They got a nice little family going on there. And it's really cool how the mama supports all the queens and all the gays that are up in there. Because I tell you what, when I was in Birmingham, Alabama, I went to Pride out there in, is it 4 Points? 5 Points somewhere downtown? Because I lived downtown for a little bit by the University of Birmingham. I lived over there in 5 Points, 4 Points. Used to go to that pancake place, the original pancake restaurant or whatever. It was not, it happened, but it wasn't like a big deal. 5 Points out. Thank you, Large Coke. It's been since 2012 since I lived out there. Yeah. It wasn't like, I mean, people were happy, but it was very small. It was very low key to me compared to like in Houston. They got blocks set off for us. Like the neighborhood is packed as fuck. Like it is a big deal. Like there are events going on. So I just remember when I was there and I was like, this is different. And I nothing against Alabama. I just couldn't live. It was a little too slow for me. But for my gays, I do live in states in southern places where it's like real small community. You have my heart, especially black gays and my folks of color. You have my heart. You've got it. Cause bitch, woo. Whew, my time in Alabama was interesting. Microaggressions were on full display and loud. They weren't even micro. But no, I think it's great with Sam and their family. And, I think for me, I was like, I don't know about Sam winning, but I can see Sam coming back on the show personally. Oh, I know Large Coat because my niece goes to UAV. So like, oh yeah. Oh, I know now. Trust me, y'all have definitely changed since I lived over there. Tell you that much. Ugh. Y'all have more lesbians than gays, though. I say that from me in my understanding. Y'all got more lesbians than you do gays. Y'all have to go to Atlanta. At least that's what I used to do when I lived in Birmingham. I was like, bitch, we have to drive to Atlanta because there's just no way. There is no way. There is no. I can't go to the 24-hour place no more. I can't. I used to like going there. That was the first time I saw Trinity too. Was in, I forget the name of it, but it's a 24-hour gay bar that's out there. You have to have an ID or they give you like a card to get into. I gotta go find it's in my suitcase somewhere. But I used to go in there all the time, like at the most random times in the day too, just to drink because it was a gay establishment that's open all day long. Bitch, I used to live. Used to live, loved it. It was a cool little bar, had like pool tables and stuff like that in the front, and then the other section was like more of a stage, and there's still bars over there, and they had a little patio area in the back. So I like going there. Let's get to Miss Congeniality. And thanks for tuning in. 338 plus of you in this live today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Bless you all. I hope you're having a wonderful and awesome blossom of yes, awesome blossom of a day. Hit the like button. Make sure after this video that you talk about this episode with me in the comment section. Highs and lows, yes and no's is how you feel. If you wanted one person to win over the other, that is perfectly fine. I'm not here to like shut you down, but like just be respectful in the comment section because like this win or this loss should not make you that emotional. You can be upset, but not to the point of where you gotta attack other people or like question people's like mentality or education, all that kind of like. Your quest is closed. No, King T'Challa, no, close quest. Going there is terrible. No. Literally where I saw Trinity, the tuck. Was literally the first place I saw her, for sure. Last year, oh my God, I was supposed to visit. See, that's what happens when I don't visit, Matthew. Okay, let's talk about the Miss Congeniality portion of this. Oh, and if you all wanted to drop a little love in my jar, it's if you poo, please and thank you. PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $Matt924 and $MattyRants, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Anything and everything is super appreciated. For the cats, for me, for whatever you want to do, for the trip I got coming up, anything and everything. Appreciate you so very much. But thank you for the super chats too. We got some super chats in here. Boop boop. Nine-tail Phoenix. I almost missed this. Oh, I missed two of them. Hold on. Lisa Mateo, thank you for the super chat. Dorito about to be homeless, not toothless. That's Beverly Hills lore. Thank you, Pisa Mateo. Thank you, Nine-tail. Come on, Anya J. Blige, day after day. Yeah, very that. All that I can say. Do 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 do. Crash. Thank you for the super chat. Hi from sunny Orlando. I'll have to run this back, but I can't wait to hear your thoughts. I'm laughing so hard at the people who are pressed about Anya winning without gimmicks because that's what my winner does. All my best. Thank you, Crash, for the super chat. So our Miss Congeniality wiener, I wanted to say wiener so bad. I'm sorry. I try not to. Gretchen Wieners. No. Wieners. Tsunami Moves. Shout out to Susu. I got their book in the back over here. Thank you. I actually have everything covered up right now because Mina was trying to hop up here last night and taking down all my stuff. Tsunami's Look and Saphira Cristal. Shout out to Saphira Cristal. I am so thankful and appreciative for the Cristal experience for one. Okay. The Cristal Ball. Okay. Y'all know I got to go ahead and do that. It was a wonderful show. Mama pulled me up on stage. I got to dance down for the kids. That video is up and available for you. I'm just appreciative of Saphira. She's been very kind to me as a fan, but also as someone that supports them in their drag and ever since. And shout out also to Tsunami Muse too. We had a key over, like when I got to meet them at DragCon. I have their fashion book right now. And they just were really sweet. They even reshared my posts and everything about the book and all that good stuff. So I was appreciative of Tsunami. Shout out to the Muse family and all that good stuff. But I did love both of these babies. Now, what is it about the season 16 girls all having back pieces? Did they all get on the same call? Like, did Nymphia, Saphira, and Tsunami were like, you doing a back piece? I'm gonna do a back. You doing a back piece? Me too. I'm gonna do a back piece. Well, I'm making, Nymphia, I'm making one. They're like, oh, bitch, well, I gotta do a back piece now. Because everybody from that season that was on this main stage had a back piece, which I thought was a gag. I was like, ah. Interesting. I thought that was kind of wild. I was like, oh, they had a conversation about this. I love that LMAO was on there. I like a back piece personally. It gives a little extra. It's a little grunge. Wait, is this the photo? Look at the photo that just popped up on my phone. I think that the phone is listening to me, but this is the photo that just popped up on the phone. It's me, C. Diggy, and Mistress Isabel Brooks at DragCon. Shout out to Mistress. Hope to see you soon. Anyway, mug. You want to know what I like about Tsunami's face? There's not a whole bunch of white shit sitting right up here. Oh. Wait, can I say the same? Yup. It's highlighted, but it's not white. It's not white. Yeah. It's been a long time since I have not seen some, like, what looks like Michelle Pfeiffer sneezing in Al Pacino's face and Scarface, kind of cocaine white in between the eyes on Two Black Queen. It's been a while. Anywho, I enjoyed the step down speech. Saphira's charisma is beyond control. You're never going to be able to top that. Bitch can speak. Do you understand what I'm saying? Give her her a script. It's over. Give her it's over. It's over. So, like, and Tsunami played really well with this too. They both did an excellent job. Now, I did make a joke in one of my videos saying, now, it's been a lot of our girls of color, Black queens in particular, that have won Miss Congeniality for some time. So the lotion commercials for me made a lot of sense, and everything was, it was like, yes, absolutely. And I did make a joke that if anybody of a 1B persuasion in hair, they're going to have to do a shampoo commercial for Olay, because I'm not going to believe, no shade to the girl that I know whose skin don't crack like that to where I can see it, is going to be doing a lotion commercial. I barely believe Jennifer Aniston for Aveeno, sweetie. I barely believe that. And the only reason she does those commercials because she still looks young for her age. Hiya. Skin elastic. It's not plastic. Gink, gink, gink. So like, I still hold them sentiments. I did. And I thought, who is going to win this season? It's not going to be Corey. And it's not going to, well, I was just going down the line of girls. I was like, nope, not her, not her, not her, not her, not her. It can't be Hermona. They're not going to sell skin bleaching to people. That's not going to happen. Who Olay sell that now? Not in this country. But like, well, I say it's going to be shampoo. It's got to be. And I was right. Crystal Envy is the winner of Miss Congeniality. The queens voted. So it does not matter how I feel about who I think should have won and anybody else in my personal opinion. I think anyone having a take on this is wild. Lana would have been the one for lotion. I'd have been here for that commercial too, low-key, high-key. They voted for Crystal. It is said that Crystal left a lot of her drag for them to use throughout the season. And a lot of the stuff that we saw them wearing through the episodes when Crystal had left was something that Crystal left. And it helped a lot of the queens out. We also don't know their conversations on the phone, how they talked to him. I mean, they may just be fans of High School Musical and they had like a brain fart and thought Zac Efron and Geesh was being nominated. So like, let's make sure they win. They had a really rough time last year, if you remember. A really rough time. So, like, they had to face a lot of things. So, like, I don't know. But I'm okay with Crystal. When Crystal's night, I wanted Crystal to go a lot further, if I'm going to be honest with you, in the competition. I thought Crystal deserved to stay a little longer. I did want to see a little bit more from them, if I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm not mad, but I hope to see a shampoo commercial. Something with hair products. Maybe a body mist spray. Yeah, body mist spray. Soap. But will the washcloth be used below the knees and the legs? Will it be used on just a portion of the body? Will a washcloth even be used? Someone is really offended by probably the things that I'm saying, but like this was literally a portion of Twitter for a good 2 months over a podcast where like a certain group of people said that they don't use washcloths or like to. So all of that joke that I just did, that's literally a play on things that happen on social media. So don't come for me. All right. It's the truth. I'm just asking questions, but shout out to Crystal. She got some money. She got some coin tots. I can't believe they would say some shit like that on any microphone about not bathing a portion of your body. You're crazy. I just let the soap drip down. What? What? The dead skin cells would like to have a conversation with you as you continue to put some soap over them and just let them fall off on their own leisure. What? Gross. 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 Anywho, congratulations to Crystal. Also, everybody else got $2,000 presented by Olay. So everyone left with some money. Okay, good. Everyone left with little coin tots. The Liza Minnelli tribute, the award, the full bit of it. Susie's reaction also. Thank you, camera people, for panning back to Susie. Thank you for putting Susie's reactions throughout the entire edit of the Liza Minnelli bit. Don't know why you chose her Mona Lisa. You saw her butcher the song. But Susie's reactions, every time they panned to her, it was always the perfect reaction. It was always the perfect reaction. It was exactly what I was looking for. She was living. I'm living through Susie. I swear. I was like, let me just jump in Susie's body real quick and like enjoy this moment. Something about Liza coming out with her leg on the chair like this is everything to me. The fact that it stayed like that for so long before she changed position. I loved it all. And, you know, it's really great because when they showed the clips of all the queens that have done Liza Minnelli, for those of you who watch my Patreon reaction, you better believe I was like, if they don't show Hannah Donda, I'm going to lose my grip. And they did. Hannah Conda, they showed you. I'm like, did someone send that to Hannah? I needed to send it to Hannah, but they showed Hannah's like Liza performance and all that stuff. They They did Alexis Michelle. For those of you who know the lore, you know the lore. They did Alexis Michelle. Who was the other one? They did our good Judy from Drag Race UK, Lavoie, and they did Hannah. So I was like, okay, bet I'm good. My Hannah was shown. I'm good. But I'll be real with you. My favorite part about this whole moment is just listening to Liza talk. I could just, and I know, some of her words were hard to cut, a little bit of a struggle, but she was really pumping through it. And every time something witty was thrown her way, it wasn't missed. Everything was clocked in. You better believe it. That's what it is, baby. Oh yeah, because they told me to hold it, Ru. Like, I received a lot of the Snatch Game performances, and then I hear her talking now, and I'm like, yup. We could have just sat there and watched her talk for 30 minutes. To be fair, I kind of wish they did a separate episode for just Liza. No shade. Actually, where is the Liza Minnelli documentary? Is it out? Is there already one done? I need to go watch, because this made me want to go watch it badly. Like everything about, I just enjoyed her talking and just listening to story. That's why I can't stand people who are ages. Honey, you can learn so much. And I'm not talking about everybody, because some old people are mean and nasty. But there are some folks that have wisdom and stories to tell you. And I'm talking about some of the best things you'll ever hear. Craziest stories. Nobody on television, even some of those folks that you just happen to know, honey, they will run it down and you'll be like, what? And it's detail or full on all of that. So Liza gives me that. I just want to sit in a room and just listen to her, period. But I just love the love that was in the room for her. I love they were jingling the bells. I loved all of it. It was really, really great. And I just think she's somebody, a part of my pop culture history. For me, I grew up watching videos and of course seeing movies with Liza Minnelli and knowing about her through pop culture, especially gay pop culture. So, shout out to Liza Minnelli. I was happy for her, but I wanted more time. I was like, oh my God. Liza Minnelli on Arrested Development is one of the greatest things ever. If you have never seen Arrested Development, I recommend it. It's a funny ass show. But Liza Minnelli on there, the rivalry she had with what was her name again? The actor who played her passed away. May she rest in peace. And she is fucking so good. What was her name again? Someone help! Quick! Live chat. Go for it! Oh, Bluth. That's right, because they're both Lucille. That's right, because they're both Lucille's. That's right. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Every time they would see each other, it was on. Like, it was on. And the fact that Liza was trying to get with Buster, the way she would say his name. Oh, like, you please go watch it. YouTube has like the full feud and the clips from it and stuff. Liza Minnelli had some of the greatest reads ever on that show. Reads, honey, like in the way they were good stuff. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. As far as if you want to see something with Liza Minnelli in a very funny not sitcom, but a show that was really good. Arrested Development. Nymphia Wind and Jane Goodall. She got to do her Jane Not Good at All. And then we got to see a lot of where Nymphia's world was. She got to travel basically around the entire globe and do so much. And we witnessed all of that on social media, us following Nymphia on her journey and coming back, of course, to, hand over the crown for the new season of Drag Race. By far, so I know a lot of people live and breathe for Violet's look, and it was one of my favorite looks of all time for a step down. This is my new favorite. 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 Everything from top to bottom. And then it was, I made this last night. Oh, salt in the wound, I die. Top to bottom, cloud deity, gorgeous realness, Ultima Summon, Ep16, 5-star hero. Like, oh, just everything about it. It looks like a work of art. It looks like art. Perfection. Jesus, everything about it. And the girls are arguing online about it. I'm like, listen, Violet's look was fucking amazing, and it still is, and still will go down as one of the best looks to ever grace Drag Race history. For me, like, we're here for right now in the current echelon of seasons, not in the 1 through 10. We're now in 11 through so on. The best one. The best one. Everyone's healed, defense up, immunity from being debuffed. Oh, all down. Like, that's the one that takes the longest to summon, but when you do it, it's also on the revive one character bit, and you come back and it's like, well, basically you have a buffer for at least 2 rounds. Like, you know what I mean? Like, very much game changer. It's not even, she would not be available prior to the end of the game. She would be more available in terms of, what's the word I'm looking for? She's an end game. Okay, for like the DLC afterwards, like you'd have to get at the end game specifically for the DLC to fight a whole nother boss that's much harder than the one you'd already fought. Vary that, because everyone's already leveled all the way up. That kind of summon, like, Mm. 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 Oh no, I love Simone's look and Jada's. Let's not sleep on my babies now. Those are my favorite people. But like, to me, I can hear Simple and Clean playing in the background of this. The way that you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let things go. Hold me. Da, 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 da. Like, the credits are playing. Donald Duck and Goofy had a really rough time. Mickey was running around town and shit. My shoes was too motherfucking big, bitch. I'm over here swinging keys and crap, and keys don't open every door. Do you hear me? White Ariel in front of my ass. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, we got to go down here. Bitch, how am I breathing right now? The fuck is going on over here? I'm now a toy. Bitch, what is happening? I just fought Hades. I'm fighting Satan. Are y'all not realizing that game is crazy? You fought Satan. You fought one of the gatekeepers of hell. 3-headed dog. What the fuck is happening? Well, you just played one of the most religious games ever. Yeah, didn't even know it. Okay, let me stop. Let me get back to this. We gotta wrap this up. Stupid. Oh. I loved it. I thought it was great. Everyone got a banana. I wouldn't have wanted the banana. I would have. I need the potassium. Individually, I have to talk about everybody's. We're about to lip sync for the crown looks, okay? Jules looks like she's about to like rob some people, but it's not going to be in the middle of the night, but like right at dusk. Like, right, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel that because of the hat and everything, I'm just like, sweetie. I'm like, she's gonna rob a very well-to-do home in a very nice neighborhood, and there are still like stage coaches and like horses going by and everything. Yeah, she's not robbing nobody in the middle of the night at dusk. At dusk, darling, it's gonna be where it is. So I kind of liked Jules' look, but I said she about to do a whole lot. I just knew it from looking at her. I'm like, it's about to be a lot. There's an umbrella, there's a hat, there's a mask. Oh, I do like that it was really cohesive in a way with her looks this season, as well as what she kind of wore, like with the pink and it's still transferring over. So I was like, yes, yes, yes. But yes. If you saw long legs, you know exactly where I'm going. Lexi is sitting on someone's couch right now being told about a new doll that's coming out that is really going to get this family together before everybody in that house go off and do a whole bunch of crazy stuff and their spirits have been put into this demon's. Anywho, Lexi is sitting on someone's couch right now, and we're about to see some eyes light up through the veil, bitch, and we're gonna know it's a demon. Like that. She is in long legs and she is sitting on the couch. If you've seen the movie, you are welcome, and you know I'm not lying. This is a new doll. Oh my God. I was like, bitch, she about to, ooh, I can't wait. They got to shoot that doll, then she'll be released. Anya, you look like it's First Fridays, and you about to go out for a two-step, and the drinks are on right, and you going out there, the hair looking good, and all that kind of stuff. It looked like you about to do a ghostly low key. Hiya. I was like, Anya dress, you got a little suit pant on and all this. Okay. This is interesting. I don't know what this is about to be, but okay, let's see. Got it. Yeah. Sam's outfit was broken. Sam, your arm like this the entire time. You came out and it was already broken. Did they not zip it up all the way? What happened then? Did it not just get zipped up all the way, or did it pop? Because I was like, I ain't no way she about to sit over here and start off the show. Like, what are we about to do? It gave zipper broke. It gave, they didn't put it up fast enough. It gave, I got to come out now, because the fact that her arm stayed back the entire time, even when she had to leave, it was still back there. I was like, oh, okay. What's going on? Is there balloons in there? Is it going to be planets and not tapioca pudding this time? Is that what it is? All right, here we go. RuPaul starts to say who the top two is. Anya's told first. It gave thank you, Jesus, before I'm going to look up in the sky and go, yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Then Jules' name was said. Jules is shocked. So damn happy. Also, a moment of, let me gather my thoughts together in prayer. My favorite part of this was the dads hugging each other and the family, the mothers, and it was this right here was my favorite part, because they got to share this experience with their children on the show for the makeover challenge. And now they're at the finale getting to share this experience again with their babies. That was emotional. That was lovely. I was like, yeah, the dads are happy. That was heavy. A Latino father, Black dad, the macho household, the Black masculinity on the verge of going, honey, the levels of these two men, but for their sons, you're not, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This was deep. That was deep. Deep. Because they're still men. Still the same men they always been. They can love their sons who are doing drag on this show. Hi, y'all. I was here for it. I was like, ooh, honey. Ooh, girl. Ooh. Got emotional. I was like, whoa, here we go. I was going to be okay with either one. I was rooting for Anya. I was going to be okay with either one winning for multiple choice answers. And a lot of it was about representation. Very, very much that. Somebody was going to be representing regardless. And I said, okay. All right. I'm good either way. So let's see how the show goes. And we'll go from there. Now, shout out to Drew. Thank you so very much, my baby. On Venmo, you should do a video ranking the step downs. Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned this, Drew. So because we're going to be waiting till May 9th, and we have 2 weeks in between the finale or the premiere of All Stars 10, the next 2 Saturdays, we're going to be doing a ranking, voting, tier maker system with lip syncs. Drew brought up step down look. So would you like to do one where we pick a season that we think had the best lip syncs, and then we just rank the lip syncs in that season. And then the following week, we do the step downs and we do a tier maker there. And then I get all that set up to go because I already practiced working on a tier maker live. And I did it in a video that I was practicing because I was like, we said we were going to do this. And I'm like, I need to practice and make sure everything's done perfectly so we have no technical difficulties. So thank you for the reminder, Drew. If we're here for that entrance looks, ooh, that would be interesting. I'll let y'all vote. How about that? If we'll do a topic-based one, and I'll start that Sunday. And I actually have an announcement at the end of this video, so don't go anywhere too, because we have the Discord server is pretty much ready to go. So for those of you asking for the Rant Pack Discord, she'll be up literally in days. I talked to Liam about it today, so that is going to be coming much sooner than later. So the Discord Rant Pack will be posted very, very soon. And then I'm going to put the votes up. And then, of course, by Saturday, or you'll know by Friday, probably Thursday, Friday, more than likely, I'll give you all to vote. We'll do the Saturday shows until All Stars 10. So, yes. Okay. Thank you, Lexi, for showing all of your reveals. It did look like it was going to be. I'm not going to lie. Lexi looked like she was about to come bring something in here. I'm not going to stunt Miss Love. Oh, it was going to be nasty. Whatever this was going to be, it was going to be gross. Because I'd have been here for that bag. If I saw you take off that veil, that bag was there, I was going to live. So I was like, oh, okay. Then we take that off, and she tells them that they both win $10,000. So the runner-ups win some coin tatas, and I do believe second place also won money too as well. So no matter what, someone was leaving home with some money. I think it was $25,000 for second place. Lexi and Sam got $10K. So $10K for third and both third, $25K for second place, $200K for first place. Everybody left with some money. We had wings again, and RuPaul was cackling out of all of this. So that's why I say Lexi should come back. Lexi's definitely somebody you need to make the phone call again to do All Stars. It needs to be done. Sam was still holding on to that outfit walking in the back, y'all. Still holding on to it. I was like, girl. Ooh-wee. And there you go. Susie got $50K for the Lala Peru. Everybody got some money. Hit the like button. It's the last part of the show. Like button, share, subscribe. Drop a tippy poo in my jar if you feel like it. PayPal at me for /MattyRants. Catch up $sign $924 or $sign MattyRants and Venmo MattyRants. Thanks for being here. Abracadabra, hula no no. Dabra. I don't think this should have been a lip sync song. I didn't like the lip sync. I did not like the lip sync. I did not like it. I was underwhelmed. I'm going to be honest. I didn't care for this at all. I'm going to tell you the negatives from both of them and the positives from both of them, so I can be at least fair in that regard, and you're not calling me a hater unless you're just some bitch. Okay? Cool. Perfect Celebrity would have been the song that I would have chose out this album. Perfect Celebrity in terms of like what they're about to be going into when it comes to the expectations of the fandom and the people that want to use them as artists. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect Celebrity. Yeah, that'd have been it. Shadow of a Man would have been good too, but Shadow of a Man would have been good, but something about Perfect Celebrity would have been like right with me because there's parts of that song that ask them to really focus and like dive into like what we're watching, I don't know. Very that. So I would have been there for that. I'd have been there for what's another one that I thought was a really good. There's another good one that I really, really like on there. But Abracadabra is the song because it makes sense. It's popular right now. People are doing numbers. As far as the gays are concerned, it's doing numbers. not about the chart, but like it's doing numbers in the clubs now. So it makes sense for that to be the song. Okay. They're both not ready for it. They both weren't giving it, in my opinion. There were parts that I liked and I did not like. Now, I'm going to do Anya first. So Anya to me started out strong, but towards the end of it, I felt Mama was tired. I could see the sweat, the finger waves was finger loose at that point. And it was the same old, and I was getting the same routine. I was just like, yeah. And so I was out of it. Then I'm watching Jules' performance. Girl, you were head down half the show. And as much as you want to live and breathe for a sister, and you can, because she is that girl. She is that girl. Your bitch was not, eyes weren't locked for the majority of the show. She was worried about every prop that she was doing at points of the song, including the chorus. She's literally trying to rip off the pants. And it's like, she's doing it to the beat. Girl, the head is down. The head is down. The head is down. Down, down, down. No mouth moving. We're not doing this today. Anya knew the words. And so did Jules, but Jules was stuck on her props too much. I wanted, the way I wanted it all to be off of her at one point so she could just dance. Because I kept seeing her having to go, okay, we're about to do this one. We're about to do this one. We're about to do this one. If she had 2 reveals, she'd been fine. The umbrella's a gag and then a full rip and we'd been good, but you had to do sections. It got to section 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm like, damn. Anya got tired. I was like, my girl been doing this the whole show. I was like, oh, sisters, she out of breath. No shade. She started to do the shake and walk. And I'm like, to me, it was just not the song that for them would have been the best one for them to do. I'd hate to say that one thing would have been a better one. And they already did it. I'm sorry. The Harlem Shake, I lived. Like, I'm sorry. I wasn't prepared. I was not ready. We have a stanky leg from Suzanne to We Found Love. And now I have an On Your Nerve Harlem Shake to Abracadabra. And it was on beat. I couldn't even, I can't even do it. I'm sitting down. I was like, wait. It was hollering. I was like, wait a minute. In this coat, in this pants with pants. I'm sorry. That shit had me hollering. I needed her to do Lil' Kim Isis. If she had did this, I would have passed out. Passed out. This part too is where Anya would lose me when she would shake that wig. She don't have that wig is not for shaking. That wig is for walking. That wig is for turning. That wig is for doing a nasty little spin and doing a runway walk. But it's not for shaking it in the club. So when you were shaking this hair, finger waves in the front, free in the back, honey, I was like, no. Every time she did that, I was like, no, Jules is winning when you do. Every time you do it, Jules go up. Every time I was like, whoop. And there were times Jules was locked in. And I was like, okay, bet. But then we hear. Hold on, that's the Harlem Shake. But like, we hear this part when it was literally the chorus, she up, and then she had to focus on the pant too much. And this wasn't a quick, I'm looking back up again. No. This was rip, and she's down there. And I'm like, oh my God. Take it off of her. Even when we got to this umbrella bit and she came out the hat and Jules was down here, when we got to the umbrella, Mama had to focus on that. We got to focus on it before we turned up. And on top of that, you didn't even have the umbrella up but for 5 fucking seconds. It's like, here is this, and then we're done with the prop. You did all that for that? That's why I say Jules lost the lip sync. I think if Jules had no reveals, we would have a completely different story. If there were now one or maybe just 2, we'd be having a whole, I'd be right there with you going, she won that. But I saw someone being more consistent in their approach, whose gas was letting up, compared to another person who was lip syncing, but their focus was taken away too often. There's once or twice, but it was like 5, 6 different times we had to do something. We didn't even see the reveal when the arms went out. That's how many reveals there were. We missed 2, if you will, of what some things that were happening. I was like, this okay. So I thought the lip sync was sloppy. Let me not say slop. It was just a little sloppy for me. It was different approaches from both of them. One was started out strong, a lot of those themes. The other one was going through it, trying to get their outfit off. It should be like a lesson learned in these finales that if it's not a perfect reveal, if it's not an easy reveal to take off, it's going to be trouble. I will say that Jules at the end of it took over because we were done taking off clothes. That is where I'll agree with everybody. At the end, when all the clothes were off, she was able to perform. And I was like, okay, here it is. But we're at the end. We're at the end. It's the end now. It's the last bit of the song. It's too little, too late for me. That was the problem. I'm like, she got it off, but it needed to be off like halfway through to where she could have just focused on the full performance, and we could have not had, okay, down here, and back, down here, and then back. And with Anya, it was like, we're starting off. 3 minutes later. And I'm like, okay, you tired, girl. Yeah, the song is long, sweetheart. It's not a Pink Panther's 2-minute number. You're gonna be here for a second, and we gotta move. This is not a standstill. It's a move, bitch. So I like them both. I think they're both great artists. I think they're both excellent queens, and I want to see them have success in whatever they do. I did not like this lip sync. And that's that. I think they both had negatives. They both had positives. It was a little sloppy. I think Drag Race needs to not think about what is currently on the radio right now or what is playing just because these Gen Zers are out here being ageist as fuck and being nasty and rude. You need to pick songs that are actually appropriate for fucking finales. If the girls are in ball gowns, give them a ball gown number. If the girls are in cat suits, you give them the 1, 2, thank you, let's come through. You need to go over the discography. You can pay for songs from Lady Gaga that are older tracks that would be easily able to be demolished by these queens. I know they're cheaper than the new stuff. I know they're cheaper than the new stuff. So what are you doing? We don't need what is on the... No, stop that. Girls still listen to the other shit. Bitch, you could have pulled something from the fucking Brat album and we would have had a better time. No shade. That's why I wasn't here for Abracadabra. It's so fresh. We have made TikToks about it, but we have not really sat in the song yet. We have not seen her perform the song on her tour yet. Coachella just happened too soon. Needs to be after there's been a run with the song. The song hasn't even had legs yet. Let that bitch breathe. I want a ballad, personally. I want ball gowns. I want emotion for a finale. The girls have been twirling and burling it all the way through the season. Give them a slow number and let the bitches who can emote win. And we would have seen something. Jules could have taken it. We could have seen a whole other side of her right then and there. We know Anya can emote, but it's just like one of those moments where it's like you could see someone do something completely unexpected. But it is what it is. I still enjoyed my time. I still enjoyed the show. I thought it was great. The production was a little off for me at times, and I don't like it. It was in a small ass stage and big stage, but small venue. Like look at how this looks right now. There ain't nobody there. There's nobody there. I need ballroom. I need the big floor. I need the big stage. It needs to be packed. I need an invite. Some of us need to be invited. Let the songs breathe before you put them on the show. That's all. So yeah, but yeah, again, 333 people are here. Make a wish. We had 333 people at the time. Make a wish. Okay. But for real, overall, I knew once the lip sync was over with, the first thing I said was, oh, it's going to be off a track record. Because I didn't think the lip sync was good. So I was like, oh, this is about to be track record. For the first time for the first time in so many seasons of drag, no, I'm just playing. For the first time, I said, this is about to be about track record. Because ain't none of them hoes win that motherfucker. Did not a one. You know, Barbie with too many clothes over here in day after day. Anya J. Blige, nah. The winner is Anya. Anya Nerve wins RuPaul's Drag Race season 17. Best track record of the season in general, but they are the winner. A lot of people feel a little bit ways. There have been a lot of conversations, coded conversations, some that are very direct, some that are not going that far, but just feel it should be different. You know how people like to get. I had a feeling, you know, when Saphira didn't win last season with her track record. And never took it out on anybody because that person white or black or Asian. Nope, never did that over that win. I received Nymphia's win and I understood why she won. It was Boba versus the vampire. But I thought about track record and I was like, my girl ate that season up. So it was tough to take. And I said, but Nymphia was amazing. And I can no deny that. And we celebrate both. Hell. I'm really praying on the for the sake of you wanting to have your Coria Lydia relationships and all that bullshit, that you do not take your fucking frustrations with the production company and you not getting your way out on these people. I'm not going to say deserved to win. I'm just going to say that bitch won because she won. That's it. She won. The end. Whether it was track record, whether it was the finale, she won. There it is. I'm gonna stop saying deserved. Y'all can do that. I'm not dragging you if you say that, but I'm just saying she won. They won. That girl won. They won. They won. They won. They won. That's it. Deserved. They won. It was an incredible season for Anya. We got a lot of moments from her where we agreed and disagreed with her. Am I lying? We were on her side for some of them arguments. We were not on her side for some of them arguments. We got a whole lot of context out of her, a full-fledged individual. She's also someone who has a day job, night job even, if you will, and does drag and tries to communicate with this entity of drag race in the drag community and is looking for her tribe. There is a storyline there with that girl. There's a storyline. Just like with Nymphia, just like with Saphira, just like with Jules, just like with Say, just like with Lexi, just like with all them other girls in the top four. There's always been a storyline with them. There's something. That's how they got there. We can be frustrated, but that shit, that blind bullshit ass racism, I see that some y'all be fucking funny and then be coming over to me. I'm making it about race. I will for you. I will for you. I will for you. I will for you. Because I live every day as a black man. So I know what race and all that is always going to be about. So cock on that. But on a real note, just enjoy the goddamn show. Please. It's really annoying. You may not like who won, but like taking it out in the comment section and all that and turning it into something that's not supposed to be is where I'd be losing my grip. I really do. I don't agree with all the winners all the time, but shit, listen, me and Jamar sat on our good old, in our late 20s, him early 20s, me late 20s ass, and had a whole speech, maybe early 30s for me, about All Stars 3 and how crazy it was that Trixie won. And then we did this full, I'm talking about, bitch, I was going in. I look back at that person now, I couldn't relate. Can't relate. I was getting so hot over a TV show for no reason. And in reality, right now, I look at Trixie as one of the best winners that's ever come out the show. Someone who took their platform and did very well with it and stayed in their lane and then made that lane bigger. So she did what she was supposed to do after a W. Boom, boom. Perspective, people. You feel what I'm saying? So like, we can disagree with things, but like, let's watch the show. Let's continue to pay attention, see what people do with their time. You know what I mean? But it's over now. Anya won. She the winner. She is the winner. The winner. I'm happy. Not because she's black, because I know someone's gonna make it that. I'm happy we got a black winner. No lie about that one here. I would have been happy for Jules to win for Latino representation. Absolutely. And Jules' storyline was kind of interesting. Like literally, you had people like sabotaging you in the competition, and you still win. Like that would have been a story too. I've been okay with either one, but I can see Jules coming back and getting a W. I can see Jules coming back and getting a W very quickly. I'm not looking at her like she needs more time to cook. I'm like, nah, low key, a lot of what she was looking for, I think she found during the season. And she's like, give her maybe like a year to decompress from the time of things taking place and pull her right back up in there. Because she's not far at all from already having a crown on top of her head. Sam is ready to go too. And if Lexi gets a little bit more chill, because the vision's there for her and becomes more confident in themselves, if Lexi came back, sweep. So like there's a lot of money in this cast. Corey's in there, Lydia's in there. There's a lot of people in this cast that are usable, and we can definitely see in another competition atmosphere again. I do not think this was a bad cast at all. I think it was a very good cast. I just don't want to see 5 of them on one fucking season. That's all. Like, I hate when they do that. Like, it almost doesn't add new stories. It's almost like rehashing of things. Like, they're member berries or sometime in South Park. Remember that one time when you yelled at me about stealing my trip? No. I do want Susie to come back. But I want, if Susie does come back, put her on a season where there's a couple of people who can give what Susie can give. I want her to compete with some theater kids. I kid you not. I don't want Susie to be the only one in there that's giving theater background teas and is living their full fantasy of that life. I need her with a bunch of theater nerds. I would love to see Susie in a format like that, not to put her in a bubble, but almost on that level of production, because you know she thrived, and you know with other girls too. Like say if Marsha, and Susie were on the same season, or Susie, Plasma, and Marsha. Now that would be nasty. Get them to the Rusical immediately. Get them immediately. I'd be here for that. I want them to cast shows where they have multiple choice answers. 3 pageant queens, 3 theater queens, 3 comedy or odd queens, if you want to put them in whatever the same category it is, and 3 See You Next Tuesdays. Girls who you know are going to be rude and are going to throw us a little bit of shade and keep the conversations going. That's 12, right? That's 4 groups. That's 12 people in the All-Stars. I just made the cast. 3 pageant girls, 3 theater queens, 3 comedy oddballs, whatever you want to put in that one, and 3 bitches. Boom. That's a show. You can even cross between the 2 and be like, well, that one applies there and that one applies there. Please. That's 12 people right there. That's it. That's all you need. 12. That's it. We had a season. Not 9. That's still a wild number to me. 9 is such a weird number for a show. We have 9 queens competing. And there's a top 4? Why are we here? What are we doing? Just end it now. This season, to me, is not in my favorite of the favorites. It's not in my top favorites. It's in the middle. Because I had a lot of really fun moments I liked from this season. Sometimes I was like, what is happening? And the finale for me, I'm not going to say I was underwhelmed. I wish there were different decisions that were made. But I overall can say I really did enjoy the season, and there were some really fun moments. It feels like they were a long time ago because all the fighting that happened really happened like earlier to the middle part of the season, and then one time towards later part, and then once Ariadne was gone, it was like a different energy. But yeah, I did. I liked it. I thought it was a good one, and I would rewatch some episodes. Wild card. Thank you for the super chat. Anya's win feels so good, especially when you factor in the fake excuses that stop certain challenge wins in the bullshit too guarded storyline. Oh, it was nice to not see that play into her getting eliminated like it did for Hollywood Star and some other girls I know. So yes, Wildcard, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you, babe. Aaron, how you doing, my friend? Whose drag race is it? Exactly. Well, you know, when people think that everything belongs to them, Aaron. Thank you, friend. Thank you for the super chat. Head over heels. How you doing, my friend? Thank you for the super chat. I love you down. Hey, Maddie. Hope you're doing well today. My stomach just gurgled. I hope no one heard that. I think I'm only bothered about the lip sync for the win. Some years it matters and some it don't. I mean, they both lost to me, so that's why I didn't. No shade. They both didn't do the T for me, so that's why I was like, well, this year it's gonna have to matter. If you enjoy the lip sync too, there's nothing wrong with you. You got taste. I just wasn't really feeling the fantasy of watching someone get undressed in a disheveled fashion and the other person start off the 400-yard dash with a mega sprint, and then by the last 100 they're out of breath. So that was where my mind was. I was like, you know what I mean? Like, but to me, I'm like, yeah, let this be a track record season. Let it be a track record season because I wasn't abracadabring anything. The lip sync for the round falls into 4 sections. Neck to neck decider, best versus underdog, possible redemption twist moment, who did the worst, foregone conclusion, steamrolled. I see you. I feel that. It was. Mama was like, oh, it just was a lot to go on. Monation, where you see, Monet fought. See, that's the argument we make about lip syncs for the crown. Now, Monet beat Trinity. Now that I will stand by that. Monet beat her, okay? But they also had to look at the season, and Trinity tore it up the season. So it was like, we can't make them mad because they're gonna come out with pitchforks and they can't do this and that. So it's like, see, she beat Jinx too. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh. And did whooped her ass. But that track record, honey. But that track record, honey. Oh, and now I got to think about the Vivian. Like, oh, my sister, may she rest in peace. Oh, look, I got to put up a picture. I refuse to delete this from my list of photos that I have on my things. I won't remove it. I will not. This is my first day I met her. I miss you, friend. I used to watch All Star 7 all the time now, and I now get very emotional when I watch it. Like it's still my favorite season, to be very honest with you. It's still my favorite season of Drag Race, but I get very emotional now. Every time she speaks, I'm like, because Vivi's leaving me voice notes and everything and stuff. So like, ugh. Whew, Lord have mercy. Listen. Overall, I thought it was a good season. It's in the mid tier for me, but I think overall it was just they had some really great moments. I do like what they did with Untucked. Don't get rid of that. Keep that the same. You had way more episodes of Untucked that were interesting this season. Way more than expected. I was like, oh my God, do more often. Yes, the drama did serve its purpose this season. We were hooked. Highest videos I had were when the girls were arguing, high key. Don't let nobody else lie to you and tell you something different. Don't let these sensitive little girls out here, these little motherfuckers out here with this, no one should be fighting unless they're the people I like. No, 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 no. When the girls were arguing, when we were agreeing to disagree, when we were picking sides, it was up for this season. And it was fun. And I enjoyed it. And guess what? Every drama that happened on the season had a resolution. Every argument had a resolution. There was some sort of apology. There was some sort of, I agree to disagree. There was some sort of, we're going to move on from this. And that was important for everyone to see that, yes, you can be mad at someone one day and get over it the next day. And it's never always that deep. It's not. And it also is up to the person to accept the apology or not. And then if they don't receive it or not, moving forward with your life. So yes, I love to hear y'all's take on the show. Shout out to Dawn. I'm wearing Dawn's merch from last season. You know Dawn, our elf queen. We're still trying to get this body together for the beach in Puerto Vallarta in May. Speaking of which, I will be gone that week for May 20th. What is it? That weekend is the 25th, 24th, 25th. So the 24th, I normally have an episode up. I am going to try my damnedest and my best because the episode comes out really late at night to have an edited review for you for All Stars 10 on the 24th of May. There will not be a panel that Sunday, so that'll be a break day for us. And then, of course, the following week when I'm back, we'll get back to the normal schedule. So the Discord actually is almost finished. We're pretty much 99.1% done. We are looking for moderators who want to be a part of the Patreon, excuse me, not the Patreon, but the Discord server. You will be vetted. We have to make sure you're an actual Rant Pack member. You're subscribed to my channel. You've been subscribed for longer than a month or longer than a week or a day. Like you've actually spent time. Needs to be someone familiar in the chat, this, that, and the other, because we're trying to make sure that the Discord is a safe space for us. This is not for people to come here and air their grievances about why they don't like me or why they want to fight and argue because we have different opinions and all that kind of stuff. Everybody that's on that good shit is supposed to be a part of this, that wants to be a part of the Discord. There's going to be different sub chats about different subjects, hot topics. It's not just going to be about Drag Race. It's going to be multiple things. Video chat days where I get on the video chat and talk with you and this, that, and the other. I want to give it up for Liam. He has put this together for me and we went over it today and he talked about all the stuff he wants to do and what I approved of and all the stuff like that. So if there's anybody that wants to be a part of the Discord, let Liam know. Liam is going to be one of the main people in charge. And of course I will be too. And then we're going to try to have this out by this week, if anything, if tomorrow, if anything, but more than likely the week we're going to be working on it and see about restrictions and all that kind of good stuff. I will have no problem blocking people and not apologizing. Just like people came in here today trying to be rude and I responded and I moved on and we kept going, right? So wanted to make that announcement. Also, as a reminder, I am an affiliate partner with Paramount Plus and All Stars 10 is on Paramount Plus. That's right. My affiliate partnership has finally come to use with the show that we're watching that you don't hate, Global All Stars. So All Stars 10, if you want that free week on me, because that's how I got the affiliate partnership in the first place was Global All Stars, click that link and get your free week of Paramount Plus on me. Include Showtime in there as well. You can do that for free for the week too. So you can catch up on Yellow Jackets and other shows and other movies and stuff like that too. But get your free week of Paramount Plus on me. Stay past the week. Why is it important? You know damn well why. Paramount Plus. Also, catch me with my other links. They are available in the About section. It's a Linktree link for that. Instagram, Twitter, all that jazz. I'm also on Cameo if you want to book me for any sort of special request. And I do have merch available at dragqueenmerch.com. If you did want to drop me a little bit of love in my jar, today I am Going to be heading over to my friends now is my friend Troy's birthday. Shout out to Troy Yetta. Happy birthday, Troy. I hope you're having a good one. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. But I've been invited to be outside today, and I don't like to be outside, but I'm going to go today with my friends. I'm not sure what they want to do just yet, but anything that my friend wants to do for his birthday. These are the people I'm going to be traveling with to Puerto Vallarta. So these are all my like besties of friends and stuff like that. So yeah, all that good stuff. But yes, if you did want to drop a little love in my jar, please and thank you. PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, and or Cash App $Matt924, and Venmo MattyRants. Anything and everything is super appreciated, very helpful, especially these days. So I thank you so very much. That's right, Roika. I did a special cameo request for your, I believe it was your birthday, in Minako ran up in my video, like in the middle of the video, like just ran up, like, what's up? Like popped up on the little cat tree and everything. It was really funny. So every now and then, whenever I do a cameo, it actually happens more often than not. My cats do make an appearance. It's like they know I'm recording. It's like, okay, our turn. Yes, Mina knows she's a star. Mama's the one that's cool with being in the background, but Mina is a star. She is, I just said her name and she just got up. Oh crap, here we go. Okay. Had a fun season with y'all. Do not go anywhere. Stay subscribed to the channel. We're going to be doing some polls these next 2 Saturdays before All Stars 10, before we get back to our regular scheduled programming. Don't forget that I do live shows in the middle of the week where it's sort of like story times, a tell-all, spilling tea, hot topics, and gossip. The rant report is still going to be a thing that I happen to do on Fridays. And I have The Last of Us and Black Mirror scheduled for videos that I'm going to be posting over the next 2 weeks too. So make sure you tune into those. But yes, these next 2 Saturdays, you decide on what the voting will be. You are the person who is making this up. I will just do all the work behind it, get every picture possible so we can rate, tag, bag, and drag, and do what we do with Drag Race. And I'm going to let you pick whether it's going to be the lip sync for a certain season, step down looks for the winners, overall season votes. You're going to be a part of the equation. So these next 2 weeks are going to be super fun, and make sure you tune into those shows, and they will happen around the same time that we do this show. So yes, we're done. Done right now. We're done. We're going to close this poll. I always forget to close the poll, but we're going to close it now. How many votes did we get? Ooh. This lets you know some people stepped in and stepped out. 578 votes. That's amazing. Thank you for voting on this live poll today. 73% of you said the winner was correct. 11% of you said, I have questions. 7% of you said, get me to All Stars 10. And 6% of you said, overall, I enjoyed the season. Thank you, 578 votes today. That means a super duper lot for me. I want to make sure I got all my super chats. I think I did. I did. I got all my super chats in. Yes. So I gotta go. God bless you all. I did this under 3 hours somehow. Somehow we did this under 3 hours, but I appreciate you all. I will see you tomorrow for the panel. We're going to have more to come for the next 2 weeks before we get to All Stars 10, and even more stuff I have planned for the show. And remember, I bought an action camera, so I told you I'm going to be taking out these streets now. But yes, thanks for tuning in. God bless you all. Take care of yourselves. Again, hit that like button before you walk out that door. Get in the comment section and talk about this episode. Happy 420 to those of you who celebrate. It will be tomorrow. And yes, Sasha, I will be litty itty tomorrow for the pan pan. Just so we're clear. And drop a tippy poo in my jar. PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo if you feel like if you're watching this in the playback. Thank you for watching this in the playback. Shout out to everybody across the globe. And for those of you across the pond, take care of yourselves. Be gentle. Be kind to yourselves. Give yourselves a little bit more grace. If you got a problem with me, that's your problem, not me. And I'll see you for the next one. Bye.
Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Get that out of here.
Thank you, JMCL, for the last minute tippy poo. Bye, everybody. Take